Ding 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 ding.
Ding 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 ding.
What up, Dole? So I'm back in Phoenix. Yours truly, Greek Swift. We're here with Alex Sportsmile, Tori Savage Kitty. I got a podcaster, baseball fan, the nicest San Diego fan I ever met in my whole life. Diego, how you doing, brother? How you doing my paradise is San Diego. I wish I could live there, wake up there, go to sleep there. I love the weather. I need to buy a second home. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Just living life. You know, I mean, I work where people vacation, so.
Right.
You work people vacation. So
right.
I met Diego through my ex-wife's brother. He had a baby with his baby mama, and Diego actually started dating her. And we went to a Padres game. You know, I went with Ray. Ray went with us because Diego was like, he thought you were Ray. So we went to a Padres game, and I've never been to Pepco Park. One of the nicest places to go to. One of the nicest fans. They were like, "Oh, I was wearing a Tiger gear or whatever," and they're like, "Oh my God, you guys beat us! You kicked our ass in '84. I love you. You guys are great." And like I said, one of the
that fan must have been really drunk.
No, I swear by it. I swear to God, the Padre fans are the nicest fans ever. Like I've been to the stadium a couple times, and they're like, "Oh, hey,
ballpark. I love that ballpark."
Yeah, how
this is nice, inviting, welcoming.
Nice. They're just nice, like, hey, so.
Well, yeah, they're a place where everybody vacations, so they're okay with life.
Hey, and as baseball fans, they're stuck in the past like we are because they haven't been there since we were there too. It's you know what I mean? So of course it's all love.
It's all love. So
that's awesome though.
Diego, being a Padres fan, growing up in San Diego, I know you go to the games quite often. Do you have season tickets? I don't know if you do or not.
I do. I have the blue. They do it in 3 levels. I got the lowest level for 20 games because I could barely go to 20. So why get 40 and have to start selling?
Man.
It becomes complicated.
Right.
So
my bad.
This is my 3rd time. It was 13, 19, and then of course this year. Couldn't do it last year. Obviously, no one could even go to a game. So
Right.
So when you go there, are you like Norm? Are you like the regular guy when you walk in? They're like, "Hey, how you doing?" They're like the people at the concession stand. Because I like I said, I know you live and breathe Padres baseball.
Kinda. I mean, it's funny you say that. Like in 19, I sit in a certain section, not where we were sitting 7 years ago, like by the right field foul pole. I'd go get a swing. I'd get a swinging fryer from this bartender, and he was Filipino, so we were like, "Hey, what's up?" And he'd be like, "Hey, you want another one?" Yeah, okay. So like that, but nothing like VIP status or anything.
Yes. Well, is it just you that has it? I know your dad's a big Padres fan too. Do you guys both go? No,
he's a Dodger fan.
Oh, he's
he is a Dodgers fan. I remember having that conversation. So does he go when the Dodgers play each other?
Yeah, he does. We didn't go in April because the state was still limited, or the county was because of capacity. But I went the last time, and I had to console him the whole way home.
Yeah. Did he? Was he?
Took it hard.
Was he? Raised in LA? I mean, grew up a Dodger fan all the way, or just curious.
So he grew up in a place called Santa Maria, California.
Oh, okay.
It's north. It's about 100 miles north of LA, so it is technically LA territory.
Oh, that's close.
It's the same town where Michael Jackson had his court case. Yes, exactly, literally.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I'm not even kidding. You just Google court case, it'll say Santa Maria, California, which I think is Santa Barbara County, one of those counties.
Where he was outside dancing on the thing and everything. dancing on the truck and all that. Yeah.
I've been to LA games. I've been to LA games.
Get it.
And if you're not wearing a Dodger uniform, they want to stab you. So
they're not nice.
Do you go to Dodger games with your dad?
To LA?
Yeah.
I've been when was it? In 04, 06, 2016, after the Brian Stowe incident that happened in opening day 2011, if you remember that, where the Giants fan was assaulted from behind.
Yeah.
It's gotten a little more mellow because I think fans are just tired of it. But as you can probably see from last night's videos on social media trashing the Astros fans, they're taking it to another level. I mean, but that's another topic to talk about.
Oh, go ahead and talk about it. Talk about it. We can talk about it.
Okay. Okay. For me, as a, it sucks because, they did cheat to get there, whatever. But as a Padre fan, like, we stunk for 14 years and we're going to worry about them getting, going to the World Series. I mean, okay, let's just take ourselves to 2019. At that time, the Padres hadn't been in the playoffs in 13 years. And I was thinking about that, and you guys are probably be like, well, the Tigers, it took them 19. Yeah, but the thing is, the Tigers have a track record, if you get what I'm saying. Like, they've won World Series before.
Right.
And then for us, it's like, dude, we can't even make the playoffs. So therefore, all in all, I think worrying about the Houston Astros, in a sense, as a Padre fan, is really like, we just got to go out and beat them. That's it.
Right. It's like, just like with the Tigers. Why are you worried about what he did over there? AJ
exactly.
Hinch? Because like I said, since we signed him, I wanted him. And, I said numerous times, like, it doesn't matter what sport it is, whatever. Winning cures all. People forget about shit real fast once you start winning, man. That's just the way it is, So.
And the thing about it is, somebody made a TikTok, a Philly fan, and he trash talked the Dodgers, saying, "You guys literally lost to a trash can." I mean, literally, like, they had so many chances to win it, and they couldn't do it. And then they want to blame the Astros for their futility. It's right. I mean, what, from 13 to 20? I mean, they beat the Padres, but I mean, two of our pitchers were down, so that obviously helped them. Right. But I mean, I just, the way I see it is, at the end of the day, we just got to go out and beat the Astros. That's it. Don't worry about it's the past. I mean, I don't know. It kind of affects us, but at the same time, it's the past. We got to move on. Right. Play baseball.
Yeah. I mean, you're in a tough division as it is.
Oh, so hell
why worry about? You know what I mean? You're already with the Dodgers. Obviously, the champions are in the division, so it's like you're exactly right. And I'm sure the organization and they don't. They've always kind of been like real low key organization, kind of like the Minnesota Twins in the American League. I looked at the Padres like that, but I mean, you just lost. My God. I did a little research. I've seen that Tatis got hurt and hurt the same shoulder for the third time. That's huge, man. So I was like, wow, oh my goodness. But you know what? Whoever's you guys won 2 in a row. It's funny because the Tigers and the Padres in the last 10 games are both 5-5 on a 2-game winning streak. So they're kind of in the same place right now. You know what I mean? So except for their star player. That's hopefully he comes back, man, and that's crazy that's ongoing because man, he's such a huge part of that team, huge part. So, and
actually, you forgot he's the star of baseball. Baseball needs him.
Yeah, he's one of top 5, I'll say right now for sure. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So, but he's great. Yeah, he's great. And you know what? Real quick before I forget, my cousin that Drake was talking about in Cali. He had he just sold about a couple months ago. Ronald Acuna Jr. He's a big collector, baseball card guy, and he sold a Acuna Jr. for like 2 or 3 weeks before he got injured for I'll just say over 10 grand. I'll just say that. So I was like, damn, that's crazy. So he's definitely one of the star players.
Are you collecting baseball cards? Like I see this. My dad's asking me, and guys, he's doing a lot better. But my dad's asking me for baseball cards, and I'm like, Dad, I got some in the box somewhere. I can give you some. No, I want new ones. So are you on this?
He wants to open them, man. There's nothing like opening packs of baseball cards, bro.
I give him the box. Are you on this baseball card sprint too? as well?
Honestly, not really. I kind of got over the baseball cards. I still have a Cecil Fielder one when he was with the Tigers.
Oh, that's a goodie.
Yeah. I think I have Tony Clark
So
too.
you're not going out and buying cards and standing in line at Target or anything.
Yeah.
Do you have I know you're a Tony Gwynn fan. You got to be a Tony Gwynn fan. I'm sure.
I mean, I'm not crazy about him, but
No.
I am still a fan.
Okay. Yeah, he
Fucking street named after him, man.
that was amazing. Hey man, I tell you, oh my God, please don't disrespect him.
Are you serious?
One of the greatest hitters of all time, bro. That guy was amazing. He was amazing.
For me, you have to understand is that I didn't really become a fan, because I was real young. I didn't become a fan until '95. Right. So Tony Gwynn had already began to be Tony Gwynn in '85. Right. So I didn't really watch much of him. I watched him in the latter part, and he still was hitting like it was nothing.
Oh yeah.
He was like,
that's what's crazy.
Like, I forgot somebody made a quote saying that a pitching coach said, you could throw him whatever you want, you're not going to get him out. So good luck.
Exactly.
That's how good he was. And it's funny because I watched MLB Network Presents and the Mr. Padre one. I have it recorded, and I'm like, wow. I didn't realize how good he is compared to what we have today.
That's what I'm saying. About. So you've seen that. I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
So you've seen that when he got sick and everything like that, and he was still coaching, and that it was pretty good, wasn't it? I thought it was amazing.
And then with him, that too. I mean, he it's funny when he said he retired, he was like, oh, I'm just going to become the San Diego State head baseball coach. I'm like, did they sign you or something? Like, it kind of like he just did it himself.
Yeah. He just named it.
Yeah, but I mean, the stadium is named after him, so it makes sense. But But it was a little disheartening finding out when he got sick and he had it because of chewing tobacco.
Yes.
And I think, I don't know if I'm not saying you folks are old, but I don't know if I think you guys all grew up in the chewing tobacco era, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
say we're old without calling us old.
Okay.
And he wasn't the first. No,
we're old.
No, he wasn't.
We're
the first, right. He wasn't the first one that happened to, but he was the first big star.
I'm looking.
He was the poster child.
Right. Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly.
I always tell everybody I'm always looking for the fountain of middle age. So
fair point.
Same. The fountain or the surgeon. I'm okay with either. So.
Yeah. And then honestly, when he was on Channel 4 Padres, which was at the time, or it was Fox Sports, I think, or both those channels.
Right.
It was really sad when he had you could see in his mouth. It was just and you could see the scar from his surgery. Like he just looked so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It was
really tough to watch that, man. But it showed you how great of a person he was and player though. It was amazing. A little documentary they did on him, but
I'd like to see that.
Yeah,
especially seeing that. I mean, it just shows his perseverance as a person, regardless of the situation that happened with him, and knowing that he put himself there. But in that era, like you said, I mean, he was a poster child. That's the thing you did. So
everybody did that. There was like 98% of the league chewed to chew.
Everybody.
You know what I mean? So, it just unfortunately, attacked him, and that. I know a lot of people cut down, I believe, from that, and that's when they started doing the bubble gum, and you would see the bubble bubblicious and all that back in the background and stuff. But or the Bazooka Joe is what you would get. I'm sorry, back in the day. So, but
Joe,
right? Remember that
with the packet,
So I know you. Yeah, I mean, a huge baseball fan of the Padres. I know we talked a little bit off air. You're doing your own podcast now, and I know you said you kind of took a break from it. Are you just going to only focus on the Padres, or are you talking about baseball in general? I know I listened to a little bit of a couple of the different episodes.
Yeah, I know it's kind of sporadic. I try to focus only on the Padres, but if there's like a big something happening, then sure, why not talk about it? But I mean, I try to just focus mainly on my team for the most part. You've probably heard. I mean, the no hitter by Joe Musgrove would have been awesome if freaking Podbean didn't force me to buy a package.
That's funny.
But whatever.
Whatever.
Someone just asked, watch the documentary on where you know where you can catch that at?
Um, well, if you have, I don't know, whoever has cable, you can watch. You could just try to find it on MLB Network. But I was able to, like, during the pandemic, they had all the MLB Network presents, and you know, that's the one where they had, because there was nothing.
That was like one of the first ones, I think.
Right.
No, one of the first ones I think was the Swingin' A's, but you're close. Like,
Okay.
But I mean, they did the MLB Icons loss, and as you guys probably already know about Al Kaline and him passing away.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was a big deal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But,
everybody, I'm doing good, but I have to bring up, and I was going to tell you earlier, but I know you were eating, Tori. But you know what? I think I'm getting sick. Not COVID.
No,
like,
really?
Getting a cough. My eyes are itching.
You got what Dominic got.
I don't know. I'm just like aggravated. I would like to choke Mr. Cough.
Yeah.
Really. Like, what the fuck? Do I got to stay out of that dirty ass Michigan State? Like, you know what I mean? Because her son came back from Michigan. He got sick. The year prior, I got COVID coming back from Michigan. So, it could be allergies. I don't know. I'm just
from what so my son got sick, but then he passed it to my mom, and her doctor said that there is a respiratory bug other than COVID going around there. And this is all the same symptoms. And my girlfriend's mom, and we weren't even near her, and she has the exact same symptoms as my son and my mom, but the cough is the worst. My mom's coughing so hard. She says it feels like it broke a rib because she can't. It's just so bad. It started out okay for like the first 3-4 days, and then it's just
worse.
Terrible. Yeah, my son still has this going on and had to go back to the urgent care to get a steroid. So Michigan's fucking dirty right now.
Dirty
all that rain.
Yeah.
It's just.
So I got to ask you a question. When you were during the pandemic, did you watch much baseball, or was it kind of like you zoned out of pretty much like everybody else did?
Like when the shortened season happened, or
sure.
No, I watched every game. At the time, I was unemployed, and then I got a job, but so obviously that helped. But no, I watched every game, and even it was kind of like, even though the Padres made the playoffs for the first time in 14 years, it still didn't feel like a playoff. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, totally makes sense. It didn't.
Yeah, because more than half the league. I mean, if you didn't make the playoffs, then something's wrong with the organization. You know, even 2 other teams, the White Sox and the Marlins, they hadn't made the playoffs since 05 or 08, and then the other one 03. So I mean, it just didn't. And then of course, it was shorter than a college baseball season. I don't even follow college baseball, but even that was short.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I get it.
But regardless, regardless how
if you were watching baseball, because I know I kind of tuned out because it was COVID and there was no fans and it was a short season and blah 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 blah, and the Tigers were horrible. Whatever.
Right.
So, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, perfect. So besides being a huge baseball fan, I know he's a big Rockets fan. So tell me, when you see a guy like CP3 leave the Rockets, go to the Suns, now they just signed him to a new deal. Do you think he's worth $130 million at his age?
In how many years? 4? I would say no, but you got to do what you got. But he's a Hall of Famer, so you kind of owe him that in a sense. It's like Miguel Cabrera. Is he really worth that much money? No, but you kind of owe it to him in a way. I don't know if that makes sense.
Right. Get your dues.
But I'm happy for Chris Paul. I wish he didn't get hurt, and then they would have won it all in 18. But it is what it is, and Golden State kind of they knew as soon as Chris Paul got hurt, Vegas knew that it was going to change. Vegas was like, okay, now Golden State's going to win, just because of that one injury. But I have nothing but love for the guy, and it just sucked that every single former Rocket from that team is in the playoffs, and I'm sitting here like, okay, great,
Right.
I mean, it's just crazy how the organization they gave up I mean, in 2 years, they gave up Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. It's like, on earth do you do that? You know, that's just
Right.
that's unheard of. You know,
Right.
But now they're rebuilding, and I couldn't watch too much of the season because, you know, the Rockets were on national television all the time, and then it went from like 30 games to like 2. So I didn't really get to watch them. You know, I didn't, unless they played the Clippers, which the Clippers are actually
or the Lakers or the Spurs.
Yeah, both their telecasts are here in San Diego. So I mean, but what? So they can lose to the Lakers by 30. I mean, it was like, oh man, that was brutal.
Yeah.
So when you see the Lakers, they sign all these people to build a super team. What's your thoughts on all these different signings? You know, they go after all these big names because they're trying to build this team. And usually that doesn't work, right? You're signing all these players. I mean, they literally are buying the championship. That's the way I look at it.
I couldn't agree more, but they still got to stay healthy and play. You know?
Yeah,
You just
injury-free,
read
play
my
their
mind.
role. Yeah,
Anthony Davis was hurt. Anthony Davis was hurt. What, like most of the season? I mean, and then LeBron James. I mean, he's getting up in age, but he's still pretty damn good. Westbrook is Mr. I want the ball all the time. So how's that going to work?
How does that coexist? Because you have a LeBron James that has to make the final decision. You got a guy that always has to have the ball. Okay. You got a Carmelo Anthony coming off the bench.
I just realized that.
Yeah. So I was like, don't forget about Carmelo.
You got Dwight Howard. It went back to the Lakers. So you got, I mean, man, what else can the Lakers do for this? I mean, there's guys that want to come out of retirement so they could just win a ring. That's how bad it is.
They could just go to the Clippers and have just the same as chance. I mean, I think if Kawhi Leonard, I don't know if he's re-signed with the Clippers, but if he did, they're still going to be dangerous because the Clippers are not they're not self-conscious. The Lakers for some reason had to sign and trade all these guys. I'm like, God, like, you really need that much to beat teams like Denver, Phoenix, Utah? Well, Utah's overrated anyway.
No. They need a team like that to beat teams like Brooklyn, and Phoenix, and so.
Right. Well, they got to win the first round first, you know.
Right.
In a non-bubble situation.
So when you see the country getting locked down, New York City says, look, now you got to have a COVID card, mandating masks back. Do you feel that sports should go back to the bubble? Because I hated the whole bubble situation in hockey and basketball. Some people are saying there should have been an asterisk on the Lakers bubble championship. Did you think sports even should have went on with this bubble situation?
I would have to say no, because it just there was I kind of felt like COVID was bigger than sports. I mean, it was shut down for the first time since 9/11. I don't know if you remember, but in 9/11 when that happened, all the commissioners were like, of every sport, we got to take a week off. There's more important things.
Absolutely.
You know,
I agree.
But, you know, they got to make money. I get that. But then, you know, you have the politicians and the people that have kids like, hey, how come my kids have to do this, but these guys can go play a basketball game in a bubble? You know, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they really should have just shut down the season overall. Just start again next year when it gets better, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, you can't control that. All we do as fans is just we go along with what's going on, you know. It's just.
So who's your football team?
Nobody. The Chargers.
You're not a Chargers fan anymore.
Nobody.
He said nobody.
I'm more of a players guy. I like Kyler Murray. I like Patrick Mahomes. I like Jared Goff. I know Jared Goff. But I mean, because I lived in Redlands for 2 years, and when the Rams moved out there, and you know, I was like, oh man, this guy's pretty cool, you know. And then Todd Gurley, you know, I just like players. Right. As long as the Raiders don't win anything, I'm fine. I think we can all agree with that.
Yeah. Nobody cares about them. I do like John Gruden, but whatever.
True.
So
I mean, he was good in Tampa Bay.
when the NFL is getting paid $3.5 million to promote the COVID-19 in the NFL league, what is your thoughts on that?
I didn't even know about that. I must have been out of the loop. Can you be a little more?
So the CDC, it paid the NFL Alumni Association $3.5 million to promote COVID-19 vaccines. So
okay.
And there's a lot of NFL players that are retiring that because they do not want to get this COVID vaccine because it's mandated.
Right. Sayonara. I mean, it's a private company. Like, they can do what they want. Roger Goodell, his wife works for Fox News, and he's taken the more as apolitical thing as possible because there's one side that thinks it's health, the other side that thinks it's political, and it's like, well, if you want to get through this thing, we got to find a way to get through with it, you know?
Right.
I mean, honestly, I think the lockdown should have lasted a little longer, but you know, whatever, you know, we got to we got to resume life in a little bit, but I kind of like the lockdown because the weather wasn't too stupid crazy. It was actually normal because, you know, I'm not a scientist, but you know, the O2 coming from cars, if that's what it is, you know, it's,
there was a lot of things that there's a lot of things that the pandemic and the lockdown was a silver lining and a benefit for that a lot of people took for granted.
Oh, so, exactly. Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
But I mean, you know, Roger Goodell has been, I don't know how he is as a GM. I mean, I've seen what he did. He's just kind of like, you know, he's got to kind of let the league do what it's got to do. And, you know, from all the events that are happening, everyone's throwing their arms up in the air about what he's doing. And if he wants to mandate the COVID vaccine, then, I mean, it's his call. If you don't want to play, then don't play. I mean, people wanted to be traded. Like back in Major League, when Jackie Robinson came around, they wanted to be traded because they didn't want to play with Jackie Robinson based on the color of his skin. So, I mean, you know, and it's, I mean, if you don't want to play, you don't want to play. Go find another job where they're anti-vaccine, I guess, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So have you got
it's not just, I was going to say, it's not just for the organization.
Right.
It's a collaboration throughout the whole community, like local leaders and, you know, it said so that people don't hesitate to get the vaccine and everybody can. Right. So it's kind of putting a rush on everybody to get vaccinated is what it is. So it's a great cause actually. So, you know, so I was like, that's a good thing. That's a lot of money to invest in.
And then people could say that, oh, research. Well, shoot, you guys are out snorting coke. I mean, and you want to talk about a vaccine?
I just
off
said
the back of a bathroom toilet.
I just said that last week. I said that last week on the show. I said everybody's doing this and that and everything.
You know, they're
not
snorting
scared to put
coke.
this
They're licking people's asses. They don't know, but you're worried about. Yeah, all that grossness.
And you know what I noticed? I actually became more of a little bit more of a germaphobe since the pandemic happened. I mean,
I'm a germaphobe.
Yeah, I'm not like crazy about it. It's just like I don't even know if I want to sit in a restaurant because I don't even know if they clean it. If they wipe it down with
the menus, don't touch a menu. Carry the hand sanitizer with you. I've been a germaphobe, and you know, I'll be real honest, and I've said it before. It's kind of nice seeing people panic like I always have my whole, you know, the past 10 years where I'm like, oh, now people actually give a fuck, right?
Yeah, it took a while.
It took a minute, but little things that you don't realize, you're like, oh my God, I just touched that. Like, you know, it's nice to see people use their elbow to open doors and stuff. I'm like, oh, finally, people are fucking paying attention.
You know what's funny is that, hold on 1 second, just a final thought. It's funny because I just went to 7-Eleven earlier, and I don't even use my hands to push the door. I use my foot. I know it sounds silly.
No, elbow or foot.
Yeah. So, go ahead, Enrique. Sorry, Enrique.
No, for sure.
I don't know if you heard me, but I know you're a lot younger than us. You're in your early 30s.
Thank you.
Have you got your vaccine? Have you got your vaccine yet?
Yeah, I got the first dose in March and the second one in May, and it hurt my arm, but I did not. I got tired, but I didn't have any
Which one did
crazy
you get?
symptoms. I have to look. I think it's Moderna.
Moderna. Did your folks get it already too?
Oh yeah, definitely. They're close to 70, so I would, that would be the best
Well,
option.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Some old
Yeah,
folks.
yeah.
I got my uncle. They won't get it. He thinks it's communist. So he won't get it. So
I think
Whatever.
it all depends. For older people, I think it all depends on if you have any other ailments to begin with, because in the long run, it's to protect you from, since you have these ailments. But I think that if it's a respiratory issue already, then I would be kind of iffy. Like maybe you shouldn't, because I got the vaccine and my first shot took me the fuck down. The whole time I was like, I can't believe I just did this to myself.
Oh, man.
But the second one, I was good. I was just tired. But the first one, it hit me hard. And my son was fine. We both got it the same day. He was out cutting down palm trees and cutting grass and doing things. Me, I was like, I can't. I'm going down. I'm weak. Man down.
do you watch hockey at all? Because I know San Diego doesn't have a hockey team, but are you a Kings fan?
I do not watch.
Do you watch the Red Wings? No, I'm just playing. It's like,
No.
shit, I was thinking the same thing. Like, they ain't even got a hockey team. Hold on, how can you watch?
There you go. I mean, San Diego would probably welcome one. We lost the Chargers. We lost 2 NBA teams. I mean, like Oakland's turning into us pretty soon.
Yeah.
So
They're turning into like St. Louis and all that. Like, can't keep a football team.
I know.
Shit, crazy.
I mean, if they brought a team to San Diego, I mean, I'd look into it, but I'd sound like such a moron, like trying to figure it out.
Man,
I mean,
if it could work in Vegas, it could work in San Diego. Man.
Oh yeah, true.
That's
true.
how I look at it. But
Right.
You got a point.
for sure.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind having a team there in San Diego. I would think that you guys would support it. What do you? So you got the baseball, and you said you lost the Clippers. What else did you lose? You lost the Chargers.
The Rockets. People don't know that, but we lost the Rockets a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were
Back in
originally there.
'71.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you don't have many teams to go for there in San Diego. So yeah, I think they would welcome a hockey team. I don't know where they would put it. I don't know where they would put them, but
Right.
And it would be a crazy idea, but they'd have to play at
Share it,
San Diego
right.
State first, and then wait for the sports arena or Viejas, whatever it's called, to be blown up and built.
Yeah.
But there's a plan in the work for that to be housing, I think. I haven't been paying attention.
Okay.
But the
So,
sports arena is
I was recently in San Diego, and because I was in vacation, San Diego, went to LA, went to San Francisco. I can't believe you guys, because I was on the 5. I think it's on the 5. You guys still have the old Chargers stadium, one that's old. I think the Padres might have played there.
we did.
Yeah. What is that stadium called?
It was called San Diego County Credit Union Stadium. I know, such a long name.
Qualcomm. Was it called Qualcomm before too?
Qualcomm, yes.
Yeah, it was called Qualcomm. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I knew it was something like that along those lines. So, and I drove past it. I'm like, man, I can't believe they did knock that down. What did he use that stadium for?
They're after the Chargers left, of course, San Diego State played there, but the stadium's too big. It's too big for even the Holiday Bowl. And then, of course, they'd use it for monster trucks because Petco Park's too nice to use that. Supercross, motocross, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a very multi-purpose stadium for those kind of deals.
Right.
And then, of course, they'd have the CIF, the California, like football and all that, for high school football. And then, the Holiday Bowl, and then it was the Poinsettia Bowl, which I don't think the Big Ten comes to that. I think it's the Pac-12 and for the
SEC?
I think so. It's one of those two.
Right.
Pac-12 and Big 12. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, that's cool. So I know we're going to talk about it later. So you see, MIggy hit his 498. What was your thoughts? I know Alex was so excited. He's 2 away from the 500 mark. When you see a guy hit the 500, I think you're pretty much, definitely he's Hall of Fame status, especially with his stats. But 2 away, 500. What's your thoughts on that when he hit that?
When he hit 498, I missed it, but I was happy for him, and I hope he can. He's going to get 500, obviously.
Right.
I feel like the pandemic kind of like screwed him over on that. He could have got it last easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miguel Cabrera has always been one of my favorite players even when he was in Florida, because he's good given talent. Like it's unbelievable.
Right.
I still think he could play third base, but I'm probably not as realist as a lot of everyone's like, no, he's a first base DH. But maybe I'm too old school. I don't know. Where they if the players slow down, they got to move to a more remote position, or they go to the American League. But I would be once he hits 500, I hope he gets to 3,000 hit. That would be him. He would be with. He would be with who? Ty Cobb and Al Kaline, right?
Yep.
For 3,000 hits? Yeah.
So that's a big thing. All right.
Mr.
So
3,000.
Last question.
Yeah, and
I said he'd be Mr. 3,000.
He did pass Frank Robinson for I think it was RBIs or for his hits, as far as hits, Frank Robinson. So I thought that was pretty dope.
Tigers organization. I think it was
right. All time.
Yeah,
all time. Right. No, I just wanted to bring up that he passed Frank Robinson, who was guy's a legend too, right there. I mean, yeah, that's crazy. That's big status right there with
really big.
Frank Robinson. But yeah, fun to watch, man. That's what it's all about.
So last question. In 1984, when
here we go.
So when Gibby hits that home run off a goose, how many times have you watched that and was like, God damn it? How many times have
I'm just like, wow, this guy really was a cocky motherfucker. Like, come on, guy. Like, don't I get it. You want to be, it's Goose Gossett. He was with the Yankees. He had he pitched on some really damn good teams.
He got traded. That's what's crazy. His backstory about everything is what blew my mind once I grew up and learned the whole story about it. Yeah, because he was with the Yankees that year, right? He got traded.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but I mean, I just sit there and just been like, damn, like his whole history with San Diego is because he wanted to be some cocky guy to try to strike out Kirk Gibson. And it's funny because I was watching Eck, which is about Dennis Eckersley. He had the same kind of moment in the 88 World Series when he kept on fastball, and Kirk Gibson rocked. And then threw that slider, and slider was the only pitch that Kirk Gibson could hit at the time, and then boom. Yeah. And Eckersley made it. He said, "Hey, the only times you remember are the bad ones," and it's true because if he kept throwing fastballs, Oakland would have won that game. I don't know about the World Series, but they would have at least won that.
They were going to face Toronto. Yeah, that was crazy, man.
I just want to know, as a Padre fan, that was the last time you guys been to the final dance, and to live
to the final dance.
98.
But you guys to relive that, where Kirk Gibson, he did, you see Sparky in the dugout. They don't want to pitch to you. They don't want to pitch to you. And then, you know what I mean? And then, he hits the fucking home run. I just want to know how bad does that sit in your head? Like, oh my God. He
was so young, so
I wasn't even born.
Can't hurt that bad. I was about to say, or wasn't even born. Yeah, it can't hurt that bad.
The Padres fan definitely relives that moment, I would think.
I do a little. My moment was in '98 in Game 1. Bases loaded. Mark Langston was on the mound. Tina Martinez was at the dish, and Mark Langston threw it right down the middle, and Charlie Garcia said, "Nope, it's a ball." Next pitch, grand slam. The Yankees win that game.
Crazy.
I don't think I mean, obviously, it's one call. I get that, but that one call can change the momentum of a game, especially at Old Yankee Stadium.
In the World Series, of course.
It changes everything.
Any postseason game. Period.
Yeah, the whole dynamic is changed by one call.
Yep, but my dad has always told me, but then again, he was a fan in the 70s, 60s, 70s. You can never count the Yankees out. Well, now you can, but back then in the 90s and 2000s, you can't. You can't
Yeah,
call
the
it.
lineup was it was like a Hall of Fame lineup all the time, man.
Yeah,
You know what I
basically.
mean? For
That,
real,
I
like
think that's just one you like, oh man. But they more look at it as, oh my God, Tino Martinez's grand slam, as opposed to
yeah,
the
that
strike
was
3
pretty
call.
crazy. I
And it's
kind of
like
forgot
right
about that.
there. You guys could all watch the replay and be like, how is that not a strike?
Right. Oh,
You know?
I remember. That was back when they were
I
just
forgot
getting
that they were
that was
looking
back
at
when the technology was just getting, obviously getting better, but and they would show like the strike zone type stuff and
right. And in
crazy.
'98, I mean that the city was like, they're alive now, but I think it's a different alive. And I'll tell you, in '98, it's funny because I was replaying in my head what I was going to tell Enrique on this podcast. But in '98, I mean, that was obviously the Padres' best year, and it's the last time we had a very dominant team. I mean, let me put it to you this way: you could probably just Google it. The Padres are the only franchise that have more World Series appearances than World Series wins. That tells you what kind of crap
they don't have.
That's awesome. That's
No,
awesome.
it's not.
No, it ain't. It's awesome.
Well, I mean, you guys like the Buffalo Bills, right?
Oh, true. That's now in '98 it was rocking because
as
there was Tony Gwynn, you had Greg Vaughn, Steve Finley. I mean, you had a juggernaut, and it was. And the funny thing is that in '98 we were kind of like I was kind of like, okay, can we just get the season over with so we can just win the division and get in the playoffs?
You guys that's crazy. You guys had Chuck Knobloch, guys like that, Chili Davis, and guys like that's crazy. Like
the Yankees did, you mean?
Or Yankees had Chili Davis, but was Chuck Knobloch? Okay, I thought he was on San Diego's team.
No. He was. He hit that 3-run homer off Kevin Brown to tie the game in Game 1.
Yeah, I mean they had won the World Series prior to all that. That was the back-to-back year, right?
That was the first of 3, I think, and the Padres were the victim. But just, and then you look at it annoys me that when Padres fans say, "Oh, '98, I remember '98." Well, what about 2005, 2006, 2010 when they won? They made the playoffs. Like, where were you then? I mean, I'm pretty sure every fan base kind of has that, but I feel like this is the first time in our franchise, and it took 50 freaking years that this is going to be 98 plus more. What I mean by that is they're set up for the next, I'd say 5 years, to be fair. I could say more, but I don't want to sound cocky.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because, they have Manny Machado under contract for 10 years.
Yeah, I've always liked him, man. Always liked him. Always liked Andrew McCutchen. I was like, if we could ever get guys like that on the team, I would love to have them on the team. Right.
I mean, you look at and then of course he's stuck here for 15 years, which is not a bad thing. But
no,
Tatis is very well underpaid. And I don't know if you disagree, but he's pretty underpaid for this contract.
Oh, that money will be there. That's a guarantee. It's almost a guarantee without the contract, man. He just needs to. They just need to be cautious with them. But that's what they're doing. That's their Miguel Cabrera in 2003, right there, or 2005, whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? That's the guy that's going to take them to the promised land. And you know what I'm saying? They got, like I said, they were trying to get Max Scherzer. There were some rumors going around. I'm sure they made calls, and that's good though. But that shows you that your team is trying to, you know what I mean, trying to go for it all because they're really not that far away. You know what I mean? So, they got a good squad. Like I said, Tatis. When I seen that, I was like, oh my God, I don't never like to see I don't care if he's a utility player, a bench player get hurt. I don't like to see nobody get hurt. You know what I mean? Especially like that. So,
and then there was rumors in the offseason saying that, Tatis is going to play center field. It's like, why do you want to put him in center field? That's a Ken Griffey Jr. situation. When Ken Griffey was playing 10 years in Seattle, and then when he went to Cincinnati, he never played a full
booing him in the right field, left field, and started
I hate
around shit. Right.
I mean, it's like, Jarek, do you think if the Yankees move Derek Jeter to the outfield, what do you think is going to happen?
Oh my God! Now Ken Griffey Jr., for what it's worth, he could play. He was fine out there, but then that was a different ball game back then. But still, I see your point. Still, yeah.
Oh, as a baseball fan, how many stadiums have you been to?
Okay, let me see. Does Jack Murphy and Petco Park count?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. Then I think I've told you, I've been to Chase Field, which was Bank One Ballpark back then.
Yeah.
That's sweet. I like that field. That's
AT&T, Oracle Park, which was AT&T back then.
For the Rangers?
I went to National Park. No, not yet. Nationals Park, which, it's still the same, but it's a very smartly built stadium. Safeco Field, which I think is T-Mobile now, and then Angel Stadium, which is like Dodger Stadium 2.0, except without the Cholos.
Without the Cholos, yeah. Without the Cholos.
No, I'm not even kidding. Like, if
I
you guys
know,
go,
you're
you'll be
not
like, what
kidding.
the heck?
Yeah. Without the Cholos.
Where's
Yeah.
the Cholos?
Yeah. They just stand around and look at you. What's wrong? They say, but there you go. So definitely, let us know when you start your podcast. Love to get you on the podcast once you start rolling or whatever. If you need any help, just reach out, man. I'll definitely help you out. Want to appreciate you. Thanks for coming on. Once again, I know you got a busy schedule, so thanks again for letting us know what's going on with the Padres. Hopefully, Tatis comes back real quick, and he's not out for a long time because you definitely, like you said, probably MLB's player that's representing the whole MLB, and usually you don't have those type of players. You got like a Michael Jordan. You know what I mean?
He's definitely one of those once in a lifetime players, man.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
yes.
now.
Yeah.
So,
Cade Cunningham. Oh, did I say
appreciate
that?
you coming on. Thanks again. More than welcome to come on anytime.
Hopefully.
Thanks for hanging out with us. So much love.
Thanks
a lot,
us.
man. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Peace
Love
out.
Great.
Enjoy that weather. Hopefully, I'll be there soon.
Go
right.
Tigers. Go
Take care,
Padres.
Enrique. Good seeing you.
Thanks, brother. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry. So I'm getting, I don't know what it is, man. I'm like, I can't believe I'm getting sick. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm so
some
vitamin
vitamin C.
You need some vitamin C and some zinc and some ginger tea. You need some things.
Yeah. We'll move on with the show. Bismarck Key wife Obama wrote a letter of condolence after death. I don't know if you read the letter, but pretty awesome. Did you read it, Alex?
Yeah, I seen it. I watched some of it live. I didn't watch it all.
I wasn't able to watch it. I really wanted to, but I couldn't at the time. So
that was pretty touching.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people that gave him tribute. I guess
Curtis Blow or no? Who was it that was speaking? Right? Curtis Blow. I think.
I didn't get to watch it.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it here.
Yeah.
So
I just heard some comments and commentary from a few people, and then when I was in and out of the car, there were some people on XM radio who were chiming in and kind of updating and saying their condolences. So, but I heard there was a lot of people there paying tribute. So I thought that was really nice.
That's cool. Yeah, I would just.
Yeah.
It's just sad. Yeah.
It's so sad.
It shows you how, like I said, man. That was the impact. He had a big impact on people, and that's why I said that. That will always stick with me, man. He was didn't even know us, and was just so genuinely nice and simple as that. And the fact that he got a letter written from the president or former president, you know what I mean? That tells you right there, man. How what else is there to say?
The impact he had on people, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Class act.
So I don't know if you guys caught the Frontier Airlines. They subdued the guy and they, duct taped him to the seat, duct taped his mouth. I'm gonna play the video, but I was just like, wow. There, Alex gone. I was just like, that's gotta be. I know.
I caught bits and pieces, but did they say what the issue was about? What it started? Was he disgruntled? Were they in the air when it happened?
I could read it, but I got to play you this video. I was really shocked of, they taped his mouth.
You were shocked it wasn't Spirit? They have whole ass fucking fights up on Spirit.
A friend of mine that was and Alex knows, her name is Cindy. She was at this airport the other day, and she was videotaping the clusterfuck at
Puerto Rico.
At Spirit, and I was just, I was like, really? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know what I was like. What is going on? Like,
yeah, there's something going on with them right now that they're not. There's more to the story than just dysfunction. There's I mean, obviously dysfunction, but more to the story than just disgruntled customers. There's something going on with them, and I think with their staff. I heard their staff quit and went on strike or something.
I was talking to Rodney, and I was on his show the other day when you guys watched it, and he interviewed me. He just said there's just a lot of angry people, like just angry. I was waiting for Alex. I don't know where he went, but
look at they're having the flight attendant.
I'll they started arguing.
You have no goddamn idea what's coming for you. Oh my God, don't back. You're only going to make the situation worse. You're going to have the fucking
It's rowdy. I believe that's a flight attendant. No, they got him taped up. They got him Scotch taped or taped up, Scotch taped.
goddamn war. And I help on the fucking reason. You know why?
But watch what he does.
You fucking kill me for no goddamn reason. You kill me for trying to fucking help me. I think you're a bunch of good fucking people. No, I fucking hate you. Fuck you. No, fuck you. And you know what? I think you're a load of fucking shit. Because I think that all y'all are a bunch of guys. I think you're. And I'm more a goddamn guy for you. You know why? Because you're better than I am. And you're better than he is. And you're better than he is. Sorry. I can't. And he does work.
Like, what the fuck? That's what I said. Oh my God. Really?
I don't even know.
He got a lawsuit or something, right?
He got a whole ass lawsuit.
They're going to change the name. It says the passenger made an inappropriate physical contact with 2 flight attendants and physically assaulted another flight attendant.
He did assault them. Need
to restrain him until the flight attendant police arrive. Frontier says working with law enforcement and prosecutor. But I think they said
the duct taping to the seat was similar to like hog tying somebody or putting handcuffs on them or tying, subduing them, restraining them. Yes, it's duct tape. No, but what else were they supposed to do? Like if you're assaulting people on the plane, I mean, they're trained to try to do something, right? The tape on the mouth, though, I think that's a little bit much. That motherfucker went. He done wrapped his motherfucking face like 12 times. Like, it wasn't just like, listen, you ever get duct tape stuck to you, or just
I was gonna say
one quick one over? He just needed a one over. He duct taped from here to here. Yeah, he was probably a Trump supporter, Connie. I've seen your comment. I'm not doubting that. I'm not doubting that at all.
I was like,
I don't know about the tape on the mouth though, because technically he was restrained. He couldn't lift his arms. It's like having handcuffs. I mean, but what if he was spitting? If he was spitting, I'd have just he could have easily just did right that.
once, yeah.
I'd have threw a sheet over him. You ever just do this? Just throw the sheet over him. Throw the fucking the blanket. Yeah.
Right.
But you did hear people clapping though. You can't say, did you hear people clapping?
That was, and you know what, Tori? That was my only beef. I was like, listen to all these just people that are they think it's hilarious.
Cackling. Mm-hmm.
Horrible.
What was the problem in the first place?
You can't just sit there.
Do we know what the problem was in
I
the
thought
first
about it
place?
before I
just said that he pushed a couple.
I had been laughing like that, I would have just sat there and been hoping this shit is over with. We're on a plane.
Yeah, One Piece would have worked.
Let's get this shit in order. We're on a plane. A
whole ass plane.
Shit. I mean, like,
yeah, One Piece would have worked.
Not in the car, not in the bus. We're on a plane.
He done took
I
the
don't like
tape
planes
to a
like
whole
that, so
other level.
Like,
he was repairing something.
That shit was crazy though. Yeah, that
in a box.
Well,
you don't even see people get tied up like that with duct tape in a horror movie and shit.
No, one tape.
Drama movie and shit.
One.
It's like it's like 3 bam. Done.
What done? We ain't got no time for this.
Yeah,
listen, he had it.
Like he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
he not only taped his mouth, he taped his head to the seat.
They might as well pull the seat out of the thing and just toss his ass out the damn door. Jesus Christ. Hit the parachute for him.
Fuck out of here. Somebody hit the eject button already.
Right.
The flight attendant was like,
I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you.
No, he was like, I was like, he's blowed. When he was like, my grandfather. I was like, oh boy, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
I was like, he is blowed as hell. Talking about his grandfather.
And he fucked up is he was
past the parents. He was when he brought up his parents more than 2 million.
Just a whole generation.
And then he's, just wow.
He was disgruntled. So
That's
so
crazy.
what does the flight attendant do at that time, right? What do you
tape him down? Tape his ass down.
Right? But he's running his mouth and he's disrupting the whole flight. Like, I feel like that flight attendant was put in a rough spot. I feel that there definitely was some excessive force used. But a person's at their breaking point should get shut down.
I flew back and I told Tori, I was trying to get some sleep.
The whole company should get shut down.
I got
fined heavily.
4-hour delay going, 4-hour delay back. Something about a missing part, right? And both times, and I love kids. They had brought a baby. I said, "Oh man,
fuck them kids."
Yeah,
fuck them kids.
That's exactly what I said. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, the same thing. Can you duct tape the kid around? But I'm like,
I love kids too when they're not mine. Like, just take it away, right? I mean, I love my kids. Let me rephrase that. I love my kids, right? Those are the only kids I love. And if your kids are well-behaved, I love your well-behaved kids too. But it's the little bad ones where I look and I'm like, what the fuck?
No, I was thinking to myself, put a tit in the mouth or something.
Something. Why get a new in the mouth or something?
I'll do the whole fucking 4 hour.
Did you yell out, "Does somebody got a titty on this plane?"
Somebody got a titty on this plane.
I'm gonna need some tits over here, please. This fucking baby. Exactly, Connie. Missing part. That's exactly what I said. You never want to fucking hear that there's a missing part as you're about to take off. Like, wait, what? You couldn't have just said that. Like, I would have much rather heard like my pilot has diarrhea. Not there's a missing fucking part. No. You could have dealt without
That's
that.
what I would have said. I got
They
the
said,
runs.
there's a missing part on the one coming.
Ate some bad Mexican food.
On the one going,
Right.
I couldn't even get on that plane. We got to fly you on something. They're like, we're missing an engine. And I'm like, how are you fucking missing an engine? Like, what? What the fuck? What happened to the engine? Did someone steal it? What do you
Put the
mean?
crying baby on that plane, please.
The engine?
When the mom with no titty, put her on that plane. I want the plane that's got an engine, please.
This is the engine. I was like, oh my God. And you know, I gotta tell you a story. So I used to work for Mel Farr. He was a ex-Lion. Great
No,
guy.
superstar.
Yeah, I met him. You know, Love had great commercials. I met him a bunch of times. He was friends with my mom. But Mel Farr had his own finance company. That means he would finance anybody. They would put they would do like some kind of a mechanism on the car. If you didn't make the payment, the car would just shut down.
Shut that bitch right down. I had a Melfar car. I know all about the Melfar car.
No.
Well, anyway, fuck where you were.
So they had a Melfar finance, right? And then they also had the Melfar credit card. So if you
Melfar was scantless.
I know one of the managers told me, "Hey, show him this car. It's in the back." And I got on the phone in the back and I says, "But it doesn't have no engine. We'll finance him the engine." I was like, "So he's gonna have two payments?"
Oh hell!
It was like, we're gonna give him the Melfar credit card plus you can go through the house financing. I was like, on a car that got no. I said, these motherfuckers are selling cars with no engines. I was like, what the?
That sounds like some Melfar shit. That sounds like some Melfar shit. I had one of those cars when I God, so long ago. It was one of
he didn't just have it here. He had him. I see that he had him in Ohio, New Jersey, Maryland, and Texas.
I got mine from the one at 8 Mile in Shaner, and I'll never forget. I was at a grocery store. My payment didn't go through on time. My fucking shit shut the fuck down. I think I was like 17. I'm like,
shut the car down.
Right. I had to call. It was a whole thing. I'm stuck at the store for an hour because the car won't turn on. He did not play about his money. He didn't you can't pay tomorrow. You have to pay today. You can pay tomorrow, but you're gonna have to walk home.
It says he grossed annual sales in excess of 500 million.
Yeah,
within the 5 states.
You would, like I said, you would finance the car, and then you would have to finance the engine.
He was one of the biggest black-owned business. Period,
my God!
Back in '90, back then, killing it.
You'd be like, "Hey,
he was flying away with everybody's shit."
I don't know. I know people who called him the Coleman Young of cars.
Yeah, he was
scantless.
He was flying away with that cape with everybody's cash.
Yeah, he was like
the cape with the little. Yeah. He's in a little suit.
Big ass smile.
No fun.
In the 2000s, I want to say they broke up a lot of that because you couldn't charge someone 50% on a. You know what I mean? So I think that stuff went away, but
that's exactly when it went away in 2000.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that stuff went away.
I remember you working when you worked for him. I remember how you told me. I was like, damn, bro. He was like, why you want an autograph? I was like, nah, I'm good.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm trying to get home from the store right now.
I'll go over there and buy a car with no engine, and then I'll get his autograph when he signs some shit.
But that was some crazy. But when I got in it, like I said, the plane, they said they had no engine. I said, damn, they must have not paid their bill.
I remember you. I think I remember you telling me that when you were back then, when you were working for him.
Yeah.
You were like, what in the hell is going on? Crazy.
He got away with it though too.
Yeah, when you had a Melfar credit card and you went through Melfar Finance, you got double.
That was like before. That was like Russell Simmons before the Rush card came out and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
You got double. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool though. But you said he was a really nice guy though, didn't?
Oh, he was a great guy.
Right.
He just didn't play about his money.
Yeah, he didn't play about his money.
He didn't play about your money either.
Yeah, that was
He's taking it all.
that story up. So I know you put this story, and I know you brought it to my attention. Was Dolly Parton revealed she used to use her royalties from Whitney Houston to cover "I Will Always Love You" investment in the Black Tennessee community. So
That's an awesome story.
Yeah.
Story, because I know you read this story. So she owns the royalties to this song.
Well, it's originally a Dolly song.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Know that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. It's a country song. Yeah.
Oh wow. Well,
Uh-huh.
it was Whitney Houston that put it on the map because I
Can
didn't know that.
listen, is there anything Dolly can't do? Between her and Betty White, can we just have Dolly and Betty for president and vice president? Because I swear, the world would be a great place to live. They're just the most amazing souls. And, Dolly, I love about her the most? She's just been around for forever, but she's such a humanitarian, and she doesn't want credit. She doesn't need a picture op. She doesn't want the big, limelight spotlight for you to give
I
her,
just want to know how many times
thing.
it's done.
I think a few.
A few.
Yeah, it's been a few. They've always been giant. But
Yeah.
she had big boobs to start with, and then I think she's just had lips and stuff done.
Oh, okay.
You know what I really want to do though is in Nashville, she has a hotel that you can stay at, and it's all Dolly themed, and it's fucking pink everywhere. And on top, like on the roof, it's got like a Dolly bar with super plush, glam pink decor everywhere. Total
I think I had a
Dolly.
couple of relatives that went there. It's called. What is
Dolly
it called?
Dolly
I think
World?
it is. I think
Yeah,
it is, man.
something like
for
that.
real.
It's in
I've heard
Nashville.
about that. Yeah,
Mhm.
I've heard about that from a few friends.
Yeah, a lot of women go for like, girls outings or bachelorette parties and stuff like that. But it's gorgeous inside. It's
I think my
so
sister
pretty.
went there or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because they would always
Connie
go.
said Dolly and Betty are vampires. Those bitches are gonna live forever. They really are. They really are. And you know what? I'm okay with it. I hope they do, because they're amazing. They deserve to live forever. They really do. But yeah, hats off to Dolly for taking care of that community, and so many
She's
people
always
for so
spreading
many
love,
years. She really is.
She was talking about
she's just
Britney
a great
Spears.
soul.
She said, "I don't like to get in nobody's business." See,
No.
that's how you do an interview. I don't like to get nobody's personal business, but she said she's been there. I understand all those crazy things that she went through. I went through a lot of that myself in a big lawsuit early in my days, and trying to get out on my own. So I understand where she's coming from, and etc. So
I know this wasn't a story, but I put it on our news feed. She locks herself in the bathroom. Like, wow, is that what's happening now? That she has to lock herself in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Like, this girl's some fucking help. Like,
but I mean, what was that about? Because there was another post like shortly after that, and she obviously is social media, but she seemed, obviously she seemed fine. But
well,
I didn't see nobody really making a big deal out of that story that you shared.
The times
That's
of
what
the
I'm saying,
day,
so.
like maybe there's things happening throughout the day where she just needs to escape from these people, from her father and those that he has hawking her. I mean, she can't even go to the she can't go anywhere by herself. She can't even go get a drink at Starbucks without a bodyguard taking her, driving her, and watching her. But
that's
a
given, with or without these problems. But yeah.
But the thing is, it's more of a babysitter than a bodyguard, right? Like, one is to protect, and the other one is to basically monitor her. Like, you don't have J-Lo doesn't have people monitoring her. She has bodyguards that she hires. These people aren't monitoring her. It's like a human tether on her at all times. I would be locking myself in the fucking bathroom.
And that's what I'm asking is like, what's the deal? Because I didn't see that I didn't see nobody making a big deal out of that story, because I'm just like wow, like.
Well, it's probably because they just kind of expect all
everything
of this
she does.
Everything
for the
that's
past
happening.
3 months is just like, God, okay. I guess they are watching her like that. That's crazy.
She lives under cameras. She's administered medication she doesn't want to take.
Right.
She's forced to keep a certain birth control inside her body. She's not allowed to eat certain things. She's literally living as a prisoner.
Yeah, I read it all. That's why.
And if she needs conservatorship, And I firmly believe that I wholeheartedly believe this, if she needs conservatorship, right, and they feel she's a danger to her health or all these other things, I do not believe it should be her dad. I do not believe it should be one of her parents. I believe it should be a third party, somebody who is going to make the right decisions for her, the right decisions for her money, her assets, her estate, allow her to drink a soda if she wants a Pepsi, like if she doesn't want to be on birth control, to allow it. If she wants to go to Starbucks, she's allowed to go and order what she wants to order, not what the driver is forcing her to. I mean, these are just dumb things, right? Like, there's a thing about conservatorship where it goes from that to literally taking away human rights and access to her own just being. It's just not, it's sad. It's not fair. Her father should not have this much control over her entire being. And at this point, she's just, she's a slave to him. She's a cash cow to him.
Right.
And I am happy to see, though, that the hearing got moved up. So hopefully that they'll take him off and put, the other guy, I forget his name, put him in charge, so that she can breathe a little bit.
Right. So I know you brought up Jennifer Lopez. So you saw me make the Photoshop, the meet kissing. I don't know if Alex seen it or not, but
I was waiting for an invite to the wedding. I didn't get one with the phone.
Yeah. So here's my thing. So the whole, and I'm tired of bringing up this story because it's kind of a dead horse. But what is the deal with her making out in public and you got to get the pictures? And I don't get that. Like, is she salty? Why does she keep doing these pictures and make out pictures? And you know what I mean? What's the purpose of it?
I mean, maybe she gets turned on by public displays of affection.
I think it's a shot at Alex.
Probably, but I think Alex cheated. So
okay, but damn, how many times?
Lick my nipple in public for all I care. Don't cheat on me. Guess what? Look what we about to do. Look what we about to do. Like, fuck all that. You cheat on me, we're gonna do all kinds of things under the camera.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. I mean, he humiliated her. I don't know.
So is that what?
Jealous.
Is that what it is?
She wants Alex to get jelly. Connie said.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of Alex hates Ben. He knows that door was there. He knows that friendship never ended. In the back of his head, he probably always suspected.
He's a Boston Red Sox fan too. That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, right.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he throws his little digs as much as he can.
If I was Ben Affleck, I would wear a Red Sox hat and make out with him, tag him in it.
Yep.
No.
So I think that
I tag her in my Photoshops, but she never responded.
Listen, when you cheat on somebody, I know she never responded. She's busy right now. She'll get back to you. You're her side piece. Calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down. Okay. But I think once you cheat on somebody and okay, so if you're the cheater, you can't even go ahead and speculate all these things because you fucked up. You handed me the scissors. So it doesn't even matter if you speculate if I still loved him, if I fantasized about him, any of that. Yup. The answer's yup.
Said you handed me the scissors and you told me to run as fast as I could.
Seriously. So it's his fault, and I'm here for all the shits. I love it.
No, you're right. I agree. And that's been it's the rule again. It's been that's been the answer since day one. So
yeah, you cheat on somebody, you humiliate, you want to be all up in somebody's DMs. Go on ahead, boo boo.
She can do whatever she wants, man. She's rich, bro. She's rich, bitch.
I'm rich.
I've been watching Dave Chappelle's show. I started watching Dave Chappelle's show again. I ain't seen that since it came out. Man, dying.
So
laughing.
Here's the thing, she kind of said a backup dude for the backup. Exactly.
Damn.
And there you have it.
Hope she's cleaning her shoes, but okay.
What I mean, but you gotta wonder. You gotta wonder what. you know, does Ben have some dignity to himself? What's he thinking? Is he like, am I the, you know, fallback? She always loved me.
Man, oh my
is she
God.
gonna do this to me? Is this just, am I just a runner up that I'm
It's Jennifer Lopez, so what?
I
I'd be
know,
like,
but he's got to have a use me.
Use me.
Take it.
Better get what you can. Might not get it again.
I think that goes through every guy's head. Well, she did it to me. She did it to him. She's probably going to do it to me too, right? That's what I would think.
I would think, but they were together first already. So does that play a role in that? You know what I'm saying? We were together. I fucked up.
I mean,
fucked
Tori,
up. Didn't he fuck up?
Tori, they were about to buy, like I said,
right?
I mentioned before. No, yeah, I mean, they were gonna go and buy be partnership on a Major League Baseball team. With the New York Mets. Like that's
right. They were
serious. You know, there's no doubt in my mind that they loved each other.
And
they were
he
dead
fucked
serious.
up.
And just as simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
One and
Jennifer
done.
Lopez. You don't fucking cheat on Jennifer
One
Lopez.
and done. You get one at bat, bro.
Peace the fuck out. So and I think also, you know, everybody's always, Jennifer gets a bad rap because they say she homie hops, but I think if you already dated the person before and you went back to him, I don't think he counts as a homie hop.
Not as bad.
It's just a rekindle. It's some feelings that never really went away, or that she forgave Ben for what he did before. You know, they never really stopped that friendship. I think they always loved each other. I think, honestly, Alex was the rebound. And then he cheated.
Right.
He fucked up his. He should have just stayed in his lane.
I posted the other day. You know, exes are always looking for closures, and in the thing says, "Fuck closures. I just want my money back."
Okay, can I get my or get paid for my time?
Yeah, I just want my money back.
Fuck.
Run my money.
Money.
Yeah, I don't want closures.
We didn't got to see each other. Just send it.
I just want a refund.
Cash app it.
Yeah, I just want a refund.
Just cash app it to me. I'm cool with that.
Cash app it.
We didn't get to see each other.
I don't know if anybody knows. Maybe Connie knows or whatever, but I don't know if anybody knows. But last Sunday was the day that, you know, apartments, homes, anywhere you lived, they were no more longer protecting you to stay there. So
evictions.
So a bunch of evictions went out. A representative, Cory Bush, slept on the Capitol, steps up demanding eviction protection. So they're trying to protect people from getting evicted because that time frame has ended. My cousin, I forgot to ask, but he works for a different company. I know X works for a leasing company. I know when I talked to my cousin, he's like, Sunday they're getting that letter. So I don't know if Congress voted on that yet, but one of the congresswomen, she slept on there to show that, hey, you know what, we need to stop evictions. I got to be honest with you. I think everybody needs a redo with COVID. I think you guys should just stop putting these time frames on it and just stop putting an expiration date on it. I think it should be just until we decide at that point where this country's out of the problems that we're having. I know they want to dump the economy with money, give you money this.
Yeah, you use that money and time to do what the NFL just did with their collaboration and start spreading it out so people can start getting vaccinated and you know what I mean, and stuff. Use it on something like on more of that is what should happen.
But I feel bad for a woman that
I don't know
3 or 4 kids and she's got evicted, because she can't find a job or whatever the case may be. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
So,
it's a lot.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of jobs. The thing is, there's a lot of jobs hiring. I'm sorry. There's a lot of jobs hiring right now, but not everybody's situation is the same because a lot of these people can't go back because they have kids or because 2 kids stay home or one has to go here or, it's just, or they can't afford daycare. Even though there's jobs hiring, you make less than what your daycare is going to cost you.
Right.
Right.
Speaking of school, both of my daughters went back to school today. Nurse started her senior year, and then Nathi went into middle school. Man, I'm so scared because Nathi's not at that age yet. I'm so scared of the variant because it is attacking little ones that are not vaccinated. And then you see the mask mandate going back in effect in New York City and a lot of different cities that are going to mask mandate. You got to show your COVID card.
Yeah, just from Arkansas, where my mother just got back from. I seen that they're changing, everything is changing down there as well because the COVID shot up, and I was like, wow,
yeah,
that it's crazy, man.
Yeah,
we knew though as soon as they said no masks were needed, we knew it was going to shoot back up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
right.
It's common sense.
I was just hoping
and
that
people are.
It wouldn't. I mean,
we were hoping to, but
Yeah.
but honestly,
we already
since I don't know. I thought that nobody really cared in Michigan, but I come back here and nobody's wearing a mask here either.
Right. Well, that was my first thought when we first brought it up on the show.
They stare at me like I'm crazy.
That's everywhere. I was like, once they said that everywhere, I'm like, oh my God, like it's just
especially the states that were locked down longer, like Michigan was.
Like,
I feel like those people got so sick of it that they weren't giving a fuck about. As soon as they heard it was done, it was done.
I'm gonna play. This is how sad it is, and
they shouldn't have used it.
CDC, the government, they're not paying me. I'm telling you, get your shot. Why? Listen to this. A father of 5 died.
Oh yeah.
39. Michael Freedy. He found himself intubated in the ICU where he lost his battle with COVID on Thursday. Michael was unvaccinated. One of the final texts he sent to his fiancée, Jessica, read, "I should have gotten the damn vaccine." Joining us now is Michael's fiancée, Jessica Dupreez. Jessica, I am so sorry for your loss. Your fiancé sounds like such a dynamic man. You describe him as larger than life. What happened?
It really went fast. I mean, and the symptoms, I don't know, I'm so sorry. It's just, we went from, we thought it was like a severe sunburn to then it was, we tested positive for COVID. Then it was that night he went in for pneumonia. He couldn't breathe. Then he had the double lung pneumonia. Then it was like, let's move him. We moved to 2 different hospitals to get more oxygen. And then they were, okay, we got to intubate him. And then it was like, okay, it's good. And then he was just gone.
So, I mean, Alex, the guy's on his deathbed. I should have got the damn vaccine.
I watched all those stories, bro. I watched them all earlier. I watched all of them.
You know what I mean?
Look, I had a friend. Just get the damn shot, man. I mean, I watched all those stories, all those videos. I had a friend, close friend, like I said, everybody's lost someone. But, the first one that I seen was a friend that I grew up with. And he had got it and he was in hospital. And he was the first one I seen that made a video. And he was just saying the same thing. He was, he was just like, just get it. Like he couldn't even explain how he felt. And I think one of the videos, she explained it. That alone right there, like put chills in my body, saying that it felt like a paper bag, or like not paper bag,
a plastic bag over your
head, and was pulling So,
yeah.
I mean,
get the shot.
And then you hear, well, if you get the shot, then why should you have to wear a mask? It's not not guaranteed. It's not that it's not.
Look,
it's not that it's guaranteed. You have a slim 0.00 1 whatever chance of dying if you get it. Huge difference. So I'd much rather get the vaccine. And if I do get this, the onsets are not going to be debilitating to the point where I leave my family behind within the matter of 48 hours. Because, that's how quick it is. It's quick.
Well, we were talking 2 to 3 in the beginning. Now with the variant, it affects 10 to 12 people.
Yeah.
It said, so there's a black man feared the vaccine because of the Tuskegee experiment.
Tuskegee experiment.
Tuskegee.
Remember that?
Yeah.
COVID
Or was that from?
devastated his family. He's changed his mind. He got the shot. That's why I said, people, get the shot. And I don't mean to throw my uncle under the bus, but get the shot, man. It's not.
My girlfriend's mom has it right now, and she's been down for 3 weeks.
It's not communist. It's not nothing. It's protecting you and people around you. That's it. Get your shot. Nobody's paying.
Because nobody's paying you. Regardless of how it's here and what it's doing and who put it here, death is real. There's no coming back from it.
Right.
It's as real as it can be.
Right.
Why risk it?
Just get the shot. So I got Eddie Blanks that says, "What's up, Tori?" I don't know who Eddie Blanks is, but
hey, Eddie. Thanks for tuning in. How you doing, boo?
So I don't know if you guys been to a amusement park, but I don't even know where the fuck this is. Six Flags Fiesta, Texas.
Sketchy.
Just launched the biggest roller coaster. Big roller coaster.
No, I'm good. All these roller coasters and these rides and these mishaps. Yeah, let's go on the steepest one during the pandemic when nothing's being made.
Did you see this one, Tori? It looks like you can just. It looks like you can just be like
roller coasters too. Yeah,
that shit looks
that.
crazy.
It's called Dr. Diabolical Cliffhanger. Wow.
I'm over here trying to survive COVID. The last thing I'm doing is jumping on a fucking death trap, trying to increase my chances
next to 30
of dying
people.
faster.
Yeah, next to 20 people.
Screaming, mind you, with the spit and all of the things. I'm good.
15 stories will plummet riders face first down 95 degrees, drop into a 100-foot dive. It has
looks crazy.
25.1 feet of track. Almost features a 70-foot drop. It looks fucking bizarre and
it looks wicked as hell. It looks crazy. That shit.
Well, it's called Dr. Diabolical. What the hell?
It's crazy because I love roller coasters. I absolutely love them. I'm the first ones who,
they should make you have to get vaccinated before you get on there.
Damn.
Right. Show your card before you get on the death trap.
It looks crazy. Oh my god. It you know what? One ride that I remember going on, and I was so fucking terrified. No, that was a piece of cake. After I went on the pirate ship. Oh my god! When I first went on the pirate ship, that was pretty wild right there. You remember the first time you went on that?
Mm-hmm. When you go in the very back.
About how old was you, if you don't mind me asking?
Probably I don't know.
Remember.
Man, my mom probably threw me on that shit at 6.
Oh my god, that shit was crazy as hell. But yeah, after that, and I remember I always wanted to go on the Demon Drop. Went on it, couldn't stop going on it. But I don't know about this one. I'm good. I can't.
So there's a water shortage in Maui.
I saw that. That's crazy.
That is nuts. What is going on? People are drinking their own urine.
No. Don't drink your own urine, Eddie. Don't listen to him. Don't do that.
Oh, urine.
Tori's been telling you what's been going on for the past 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
Mother Nature, my friend.
Mother Nature. Mm-hmm.
Better start recycling.
Yeah. Collect that rainwater. Well, man, there's no rainwater. That sucks, man. I know. I saw a thing. They were telling people they couldn't wash their cars, and they had to be careful about how much water they were usage and showering, and if you can shower in bodies of water and oceans, go do that. Mm-hmm.
So we'll move on to wrestling. Yeah, definitely sad. So they figured this out. So we'll move on to wrestling. So a WWE legend, Hall of Famer. Has been released. Why was
that was like a 9.5 right there.
That was
on the Woo scale. That was perfect.
Why was he released, brother?
It was I. You know, I
They're
shared it
releasing
on there.
everybody.
It wasn't really. Yeah, it wasn't.
The mop guy already.
Well, you know what? It wasn't really that big of a deal to talk. I mean, he's Ric Flair, man. That guy's everywhere.
Motherfucking Flair.
You know what I mean? He's on car show commercials and all kinds of shit.
I want the fur or with the feathers. I want the robe.
One of those
so
robes.
So bad. I wear that bitch to the
What's
grocery
wrong
store.
with WWE? They released the janitor the other night.
Well, they said, you know, I mean, I guess they're saying that they're trying to, you know, I guess,
trim the fat.
Sort out. There you go. Bottom, you know, their bottom line it out and shit like that. So, I mean, they got rid of Bray Wyatt, Tori.
Look at when they got rid of Braun Strowman.
Ain't that, you know what I mean? But Bray Wyatt was like,
yeah, he was up there.
That
you're like,
that one
wait,
right
what?
There made everybody in the back be like, okay, unless you're like Roman Reigns or John
you
Cena,
better tiptoe.
Shit,
walking
so
on
eggshells. I don't know what's going on with Adric. I don't know if they're looking to maybe possibly.
Now here's a question I had asked my son.
Sell the company down the road. I don't know,
I asked you about Ric Flair, because he's such an old superstar, he gets to keep his name, right? Not like Roman Reigns, where he don't own his name,
right.
So Ric Flair keeps his, right?
Right.
Yeah, Flair had that.
Yeah.
But see, you know, his daughter, Charlotte Flair's husband, that Andrade is actually, he just went over to AEW. So they're saying that, you know, maybe he wants to go. Maybe if he does go, show his face over there. I mean, they already got Arn Anderson, Dreek. They got Tully Blanchard. They can have the original four. They can have the four horsemen over there. Yeah. And they're talking about bringing, you know, because they just signed, AEW just signed Daniel Bryan. Supposedly CM Punk. I mean, they're making big time moves and stuff like that.
All I want to know is
a lot of good shit going on right now if you're a wrestling fan. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But their whole point of it is that, you know, AEW might be able to get the whole package. Ric Flair, maybe you can get Charlotte. I don't know what her contract is and stuff. So there's a lot of willing and dealing going on in the wrestling business right now. It's pretty fun to watch. But
wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, Ric Flair is Ric Flair, man. He's, you know, he can do what he wants, man. He's gonna come on, man. Ric Flair drip.
Ric Flair drip.
Move on, you know.
He's a pop culture icon, man. Everybody loves him, so he, you know, maybe he wanted to get away. They had him in a storyline where he was kind of managing against his daughter and stuff like that. He didn't like what they were doing, so like I said, maybe he's Ric Flair, man. He wanted to go somewhere else and, you know, maybe show his face or something like that. So he'll be all good.
We'll move on to football. So,
I want to tell Eddie, bye, Eddie. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, Eddie. Eddie, make sure you tune in, subscribe, like it, share it. Definitely appreciate it. So we'll move on to NFL. So with Dak Prescott out for Dallas, Cowboys turn to their number 2. Then I'll play a little analyst right here.
Is it a big deal? No, it's a concern. I mean, the hopes and dreams of what the Dallas Cowboys hope to accomplish in 2021 rest on his shoulders, literally. And so when you have an injury to his throwing arm, it's something that makes you raise an eyebrow. I mean, Dak Prescott was supposed to be the piece that you know, when you insert him back onto this roster, you're talking about the Cowboys being a playoff contender, a team that could win the NFC East. So, yeah, I have to be concerned about it. You know, missing opportunities to get him back into football shape, to get him acclimated to making football movements and football situations. I just feel like that's the true value in preseason practices for Dak Prescott. Coming back from that surgically repaired ankle, you want him to try to build some confidence in that so he can get past that final hurdle in that rehab process.
So, definitely, I'm not a Cowgirls fan. But when you hear that he's out again and that he's not, you know, building that confidence, and he had that ankle injury, now his shoulder injury, now, you know what I mean? Do they look at probably getting rid of this guy? Like, I mean, you know,
no, he's not going nowhere.
Another Tony, I almost said homo, but Tony Romo.
Whoa.
Tony Romo. You know, the same thing. Constantly hurt. I mean, you think this that it's time for them?
He's not going to go nowhere. Period. He's not going nowhere. But I think that once again, like, you know, they're just being cautious with him, man. And I heard, forgot what his name was. I don't know if it was. one of the analysts, ESPN analysts, said something, and I was like, that I didn't hear a few people say, which is like, obviously he had the injury to his leg, which creates, I mean, when he's stepping into, when the quarterback is stepping into to make a throw, they have to have stability, so maybe that has something to do with his throwing motion, the change in his throwing motion and stuff like that. So there's a lot of little things that I'm sure they're working on and everything. And I don't know, man. I just think they're being cautious with them. Garrett, Gilbert, he's been in the league for like about 10 years, I think. So,
okay.
Gave him off during the offseason a lot of time to, learn the playbook and everything. So if he can just hold up, I mean, I don't know, the first like 3 to 5 games, I don't know how bad it is, but you know what I mean? Just, come out of there, with 3-2 or something like that. Like I said, depending on how many games Prescott is out, whatever. So,
right,
he's their quarterback, man. He's going to be their franchise quarterback.
Okay,
they're just being cautious with him. So
that makes sense. All right, so we'll move on to the NBA.
But, hey, hold on, real quick. One little stat that I heard: the Cowboys, and I was just like, wow, like I know they haven't won in a long time, you know what I mean? But like they're not on, Lion status or, like the way Arizona Cardinals used to be. They got since 1996, the Dallas Cowboys have only won 4 playoff games till this day. That's bad. I mean, time flies, man, because it seems like they were just, they were good just yesterday when they had Tony Romo, but
yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see what happens with that.
It's been a long time. So we'll move on. We'll move on to the NBA. So Carmelo Anthony agrees to a 1-year deal with the Lakers. You got Dwight Howard signed with the Lakers. You added
Melo.
You added Melo. You added all these different players. What is the Lake? I mean, like I said, yeah, I know that Diego said you still got to be healthy, but I mean, what is the purpose of putting these players? I know you want to win, but don't you want to win to be like, we won, we put the work in. When you saw the Bucks win it, they put some work in, right? But it's almost handing the Lakers the Larry O'Brien trophy. Here you guys go. Should it end the season and say, here you guys go? I mean, come on, man. You got to add all these Westbrook. I mean, so they got the three-headed. They got a three-headed monster. They got a bed. They got all these fucking players. Like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like, who's the sixth man out there? You got Dwight Howard came back. You got
Carmelo Anthony is the sixth man.
So I'm just saying, like, how many guys? You know what I mean? Like, how many players are going
to? I want to see if they bump heads though.
Carmelo Anthony, look.
I really want to see them bump heads. I mean, I guess at this point, you all want everybody to play and get along, right? And it's, think that, oh, yeah, they, like you said, just go ahead and hand them the trophy. But at least have a little, maybe throw a little drama in there because all of them got a big head. So let's see.
Right.
Hopefully they stay in their lanes and play their roles. Look at it, but if they don't play their role, it's going to be interesting to see.
Right. Russell Westbrook.
And I'm sorry, go ahead and add in, possible injuries too. So let's see where it goes.
Exactly. And you know what? And I'll make that point real quick. Think about it. When they had I mean, you can't say that no more. I mean, look, when the Pistons played the Lakers back then, I mean, look, Kobe Bryant was 25. Derek Fisher was 29. Rick Fox was 34. Horace Grant was 38. Karl Malone was 40. Shaq was 31. Gary Payton was 35. I mean, and then you look at they're all starting with Russell Westbrook. He's 32, and then the ages get 30, 35, 37. Carmelo's 40, 37. Yeah. LeBron's 36. So, first of all, their
ankles aren't as strong.
They're legends, bro. You know what I mean? You already know what you're gonna get with them. They can score all of that stuff. I look at it like this. Russell, look, when they had Rondo. He distributed the ball very good. You know what I mean? Like, he was a guy that LeBron loved, that meshed good with, because why? He was a passer really first, then a shooter. you know, Russell Westbrook is the opposite. Like he's you know what I mean? But he's also not selfish either. He's not a selfish player.
Do you
and people
feel that
get that twisted about him?
Mm-hmm.
So
Agreed.
So he, you know, I heard LeBron could be the third option. We'll see when all that boils down to that. Carmelo, as far as Carmelo Anthony, he's just gonna be like the Tayshaun out there, bro. Only better because he shoots like almost 40% from the 3-point line. Tayshaun didn't shoot nothing near that. I don't think, but he's gonna get his open shots. He's gonna be probably. I could see him being their sixth man, but Anthony Davis is the key, bro. You know, they talked about him a lot coming out of the paint. You know, type that Rasheed type. You know, shit. You know, he has to stay in the paint, bro, because look who you have. You don't need to come out like that. You don't need to. All you need to do is set your screens, and with him and Russell Westbrook doing the pick and rolls and setting. Oh my God, that shit is gonna pick your poison, bro. But they are up in age, and obviously, just like Tori said, number one key, man, they can stay healthy, bro. Mm-hmm. And you cannot count the Brooklyn Nets out because a healthy Brooklyn Nets coming back next year. So I like it. I mean, we'll see. Steph Curry just signed a big ass contract, so.
But don't you think in the back of their heads they're wondering about the pandemic and the things that could happen? And so maybe
sucks.
This was a prep for them in this sense where it's like, okay, let's build this.
I can't imagine
six-headed monster, right?
Living their life and starting and stopping.
So let's get some people who are okay to start and stop and are still going to be able to maybe pick back up where they left off.
Right.
Instead of players who aren't as seasoned. And then when they pick back up, there's going to be more injuries. They're not going to be able to pick back up where they left off. So I feel like this is a little strategical in that sense too, because everybody is thinking about the pandemic. What's going to happen now? Masks are being mandated again. Are they going to get put back in a bubble? Are they going to shut down people coming? Well, how's it going to play? So we need to get the best players possible that are conditioned enough to bounce back if this hits again.
And what do we always
I think that's the kind of an underlying thing.
Right. And what do we always talk about? Sorry, like, when you ask, if we were to ask each other, what are the three things in your life that you focus on the most? Some people be like, God, my health, then my family. So I mean, like, you can't without question. That's a big deal. And I mean. These organizations are spending a lot of money.
Two of our star, our heads on our monster go down. We still got four.
Right.
I think that's really what I think that's an underlying thing behind this as well. I mean, obviously wanting to win, but how are we going to do this? Because some unknown things are coming again. Clearly, they're coming.
Yeah. Right. And one last thing about Russell Westbrook. I mean, they gave up a lot for him, man. And they gave up KCP. They gave up God, I forgot two of the other players.
Did they give up a draft pick too, or draft pick? I think?
Yeah. So I mean, they gave up their 22nd draft pick, which I forgot who they got, but we'll see how that pans out.
Before I get further into the show, and I know some people dropping off, I did pick somebody for some free stuff. Evie, I had you in mind, so whatever you want, just let me know. I got some drink socks. You want those? I got the Word on the Street cup, coffee mug, and I got some stickers. I've got a couple other things. So, Evie, if you're listening, or Connie, if you are listening, just let her know. She can always call in if she wants. So she can tell me what she wants. So congratulations, Evie. Thanks again for supporting the show. Thanks for buying all.
Thank you.
Thank you. A million thank yous.
Yeah. So, thank you. Send me your DM me your address and I'll get it over to you.
Slide in our DMs, Evie. Slide in our DMs.
Slide. So I got to ask you a question because I was a huge Andre Drummond fan. So he signs a bare minimum contract with the 76ers. Do you think he's on his way out?
I don't know, man. I mean, I think he's just filling a slot on their team, to be honest with you. I don't know. As far as just his career.
Right.
I
Yeah.
guess. I mean, hey, if he might be able to stick around maybe another year or two, and
switches seats with
might,
me, right? He
right.
went from to 76ers.
Right.
That's what.
Yeah. He might end up. He could probably be a John Sally, maybe. I doubt it, but John Sally just bounced around. He got like 6 rings too and shit. That's funny.
I don't think he's that past his prime to be getting a bare minimum contract. I mean, for me, if I got a bare minimum contract for the NBA, I'm ecstatic. But for a guy like him, I don't know.
I think they obviously see something in him, man. Like, when's the last time you heard about Greg Monroe? You know what I mean? So,
right.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, yeah. I mean, he was okay with us. He fit our team, and he got he would have got a lot more money probably if we would have got a lot more in return for him if we traded him like 2 years prior to when we did. So
you think he only got a bare minimum contract because the LA got bounced out in the first round? So let's say LA went to the finals and he had a fucking great games. He had 10 great games or 15 great games. He wouldn't be getting a bare minimum.
Well,
contract.
I don't know what the contract was with them if they picked him up. They didn't. Obviously, they think he had, I don't know, like I said, what he had on his contract with the Lakers, so that wouldn't matter there. Maybe they bought it out. Maybe it wasn't much. Maybe I think because wasn't it like a 1 year that he signed with the Lakers, or they got him during the season. They had added him like in February, I think. Okay. So I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean, he's just he's a role player now, man, and I like the way, like I said, I like the way the Lakers used him, and was that game 1, and I just couldn't believe that they stopped using him.
Right.
Obviously, I know they were trying to get AD back in there because he came back from the injury, but still, like I was like, wow, he had a double, man. He helped them win, so I don't understand that. Maybe they know something that we don't. I don't know, but
okay. So we'll stay in there.
That was way too long to talk about Andre Drummond. Jesus, but whatever.
we'll stay in the world. The Detroit Pistons agreed to deal Cory Joseph, Trey Lyles in the free agency after leading free agency off signing Kelly. The Detroit Pistons kept things rolling Monday, re-signing one of their own free agents and agreeing to terms. I didn't see this, but tell me a little bit about the signing.
What's the name? Cory Joseph. He was with the Spurs. He's a good 40% shooter. So we just added a couple more shooters, basically to the team. And you know what? There ain't no telling, man. Troy Weaver might be doing this. Just he might be doing this as bait. I don't know. Like we talked about. I don't know if he.
No, we lost him.
Oh, we lost them.
Do. We're gonna have that Jeopardy music. I gotta play that. I don't know if I can.
I started dancing to it. I don't think you can play that. We'll probably get kicked off. Don't get us fucking blocked. I just got unblocked.
You just got unblocked from Marketplace. That don't count.
I know. It does count. Man, it does count.
All right.
That's rough life.
What were you saying?
That's funny. No, I came in when you said you finally got unblocked from Marketplace.
I did.
You're happy as hell. I know what you're doing.
Oh man, no, don't even. Man, someone needs to take my card away from me. I've been doing way too much damage, and I just moved.
You're gonna go back to your old list, your shopping cart, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, I wanted that.
Real quick, I gotta. Jessica says I need to be blocked from any buying place. That's my cousin. Shout out to my cousin Jessica. I've been calling her I'm on my way. I'm only 45 minutes away. I'm going to get this piece for $70. It's regularly $400. She's like, oh, bitch.
I gotta send you that episode of King of Queens where Carrie gets the shopping. I gotta send that to you.
So were you a big Craigslist fan when you could buy everything off Craigslist?
I was. I like a deal. I like a good deal. Plus, I'm a visionary, right? I like certain things. I like a certain vibe. So when there's something I'm looking for, I'm gonna find it. I like nice things. So if I can get something that's $400-500 for 70 or 80,
there it is.
Where do I drive to? There's notifications. I got everybody calling me out right now. So I'm feeling attacked. Okay, listen.
My sister, before the show started, I don't mean to talk to her, but I don't know if she's still at the house, but she was dying laughing. I was like, "What is going on?" She was just like, "You're so funny," but she was in another room. She was literally on the floor. She's like, "You're gonna make me pee." I said, "That's why you had too many kids when you be like, you're gonna make me pee."
Yeah, that's funny.
Right? Am I right or not? Like, you know what I mean? Like that bladder went to work.
That bladder did go to work. Listen, I can't even think about it without like, woo.
So,
gotta do exercises. She said anything sparkly.
when you were in the Craigslist world, weren't you worried about like people, because you would hear like all these crazy stories before
you had a knife with me or a gun with me?
But I'm saying, you know, on like OfferUp and, you know, Marketplace, it seems to work pretty good. I sold my phone. I had an iPhone 11 that I used as my backup. You know, 512. You know, it was the iPhone 11
or whatever and shit.
You know, I sold my phone. I sold my house. I sold it on Marketplace a couple days ago. Really easy. Like the guy met me. He asked me a bunch of questions. He met me, paid me $900 cash for the phone at Verizon and stuff. I thought it was really easy. But I remember at Marketplace when I was married, you know, my ex-wife was like, you know, I'm not going over there. Can you go over there and get it for me? I'm like, yeah, I'll go over there. Because I was worried, you know what I mean? I don't want her to.
Well, I don't go after a certain time, right? I almost always bring my son or somebody with me. Is if I'm gonna go to somebody's house, you can look at their profile. It's harder, you know. Craigslist, it was sketchy. I'm not even gonna lie. It was way harder to figure out if somebody was safe or not. So Craigslist, a lot of the times, if it was something, you know, in general, I would just have them meet me, like, you know, meet me at this public place or, you know.
Right. Well, like I said, I had a conversation. This guy before the guy that I had this great transaction with, I was like, oh, this is easy. I loved it. This guy. Yeah. So some guy inboxed me. He's like, hey, you know, how much for your phone? And I told him, and he's like, well, I'm on like 15th Avenue in Camelback or something. I said, well, can you meet me at the QT, which is, you know, at the gas station, maybe the mile up. And, you know, he's like, well, I don't have a car. And
one red flag.
Yeah. And then he's like, I don't have a car. And then I said, well, at 17th Ave, there's a Rally's, you know, Rally's Burger. You know, that's going to take me 10 or 15 minutes. I was like, he's like,
red flag.
He says, well, just come to the crib.
Oh, hell no. Third red flag.
Yeah,
so he doesn't have a car. He doesn't want to walk, and he wants you to come to his house, but he wants to buy your almost $1,000 phone off of you.
Correct. So
but
I'm like,
doesn't have a car.
First of all, I was like, I'm not coming to your crib. I'm not coming to your crib. I'm not. I said, you might as well just say, oh, please rob me. So I mean, I have my gun on me and all that, but you know, I'm like, I'm not coming to your crib, right? I'm not going to your crib. I'm just not going to your crib. I don't care if it's morning, daylight. And I know the apartments you're talking about. It's Crackville heaven there. I mean,
he was definitely trying to rob you. All
kinds of shit going on.
That was some sketch shit right there.
I told him, he said, well, good luck on selling your phone. And I said, you know, good luck getting a car. So and
good luck getting a car, motherfucker.
Yeah. I was like, I think your priorities are messed up. You're going to spend almost $1,000 and you don't got a car?
No, you were about to get got. He was about to get you. That's all that was. That was a whole ass setup. He wasn't very slick about it either. He was hoping he caught somebody who was slipping.
Yeah.
That was about it. Yeah.
Yes, you need to subscribe.
To subscribe. You need to subscribe. You need to hit the notification button. All of it.
Does she have an iPhone or an Android? And I'll put it in the chat right now.
She has an Android.
Okay, so we'll go to the Android.
Team Android.
Say Android.
She said, or something.
You can drop the iPhone one as well, because there's some other people that have messaged me. They're going to want to see that too. Drop both the links.
Yeah, we'll put the thing in there. Also, definitely go to our.
That way, these bitches can get some notifications when we're on.
Yeah, you hit the subscribe. And then also, it'll give you the chance to go to our website, check out our merch, and that is streetmerch.com. I send Alex's tribute shirt to a friend of mine who was his birthday.
I saw that.
Yeah, I love Alex's dad's tribute shirt. I love it. I love it.
He showed it to me last week.
I love
down here.
I love it in red.
That's sweet.
So
definitely appreciate that for sure.
And then also, you saw that I made Mark his birthday shirt with his cartoon, and I changed the logo on top, and
I saw that.
Put word on the street on the hat. So I thought
that's what that was for. Okay.
I just had a new logo sent to me. I wasn't the happiest with it. I sent her back. So hopefully, when I get the final draft in a few days, I'll like it and we can put it on a shirt. It's super cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you trying to do? The Savage Kitty thing?
Yeah. Well, the caricature, but I wanted it a little different. I showed her, sometimes it takes 2 or 3 back and forth, and I had sent my information into her prior to my move, and going back to Michigan for a little bit and all the things I had going on. So I just kind of put it on hold, but I was in contact with her yesterday. So
what do you change of it? Because I love your logo.
So I wanted one, a caricature one of more like me, like how you have yours. I'm keeping that one. I love that logo. That's my solid one. But I wanted one that, was a more, that looked like me a little bit. More, so.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It looks like you. We got to do it.
I like to have a couple different ones.
Right. I wanted to get one eventually like that too. Maybe down the road.
Should get one with all 3 of us.
I thought about that last night.
That would be cool as shit.
I swear to God, I thought about that last night.
Just as long as they make me look skinny and my boobs big and my hair looks good, I'm good.
Right. Get a picture of me like spray painting word on the street, just finishing spray painting it or something. I don't care.
Just make me look hot. We're good.
12th Street on my back. Something like that. Yeah.
I don't know why you're not seeing the link. I put it in the chat. That's the one. And then here's the Google one.
Yep, there it is.
But,
damn, Tigers lost.
Did they?
Oh, well. 4-1, I think. Yeah. Can't win them all. Padres lost tonight, too. In case you're still watching Diego.
So another story in the NBA, Chris Paul signs that huge contract. I asked Diego, what is your thoughts of it, Alex? Because he signed a
not much, man. I just feel like he's, like you've seen your brother commented on it and said, he's past the end of his career. That's ridiculous for his age. He's obviously the glue to that team, and he was a big part of that. So for them, I guess they feel they need him that much. You know what I mean? And they're willing to pay the money. They have it. So, I don't try to act like, hey, it's coming out of my pocket. Whatever, man. It's not
coming out of your pocket?
It's coming out of your pocket. You're the one in AZ.
All right.
No, but no, he did make a big impact for the team, as far as being a leader and all that good stuff. And obviously, if he didn't get hurt, that, but once again, he's 40. So, what are you going to do, So we'll see what happens.
Right.
Next season.
So I don't know. I think I could play this. I don't know if I can. Let's see, where was it? I was on MLB. So we'll move on to baseball. You just said the Tigers lost.
Yeah, that was crazy. I thought that was pretty funny that both Padres and Tigers were the last 10 games were both 5-5 on a 2-game winning streak. I thought that was funny.
So this is 498. I'm pretty sure I could.
And they took a couple away, like was it Saturday or
deep fly ball, right field. That ball is gone.
So
did you hear the sound off the bat? My God.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, caller. On the show.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, who's this?
Hey,
Kim.
caller. It's not Kim.
Hey.
Hey, hi. I can't hear you. What'd you say your name was?
Who is this?
Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
Shannon.
Is
Hey,
this-
girl. Hey.
Hey.
So she probably knows the voice, but are you 1 or 2?
Are you Shannon 1 or
I
Shannon 2?
am one, but I'm two, but technically I'm number one.
Oh. Hi, Shannon. How are you doing tonight?
She lie a little bit to the other ones, but it's okay.
How are you doing tonight? Where are you calling from?
I'm good. I'm calling from Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit, Michigan.
Hey.
No, Roseville, really.
Roseville.
Right.
How's Roseville?
Yeah, I just don't
doing?
like to admit that too much.
That's okay. You work in Roseville.
Roseville is
So
Roseville.
you're good. So, did you want to talk about something, or do we make a funny comment? Did you want to talk about? Tell me.
I told her to call in and say hi.
Hey.
Oh, she just wanted to call us in.
Yeah, I was like, call in and say hi.
Call in and say hi.
Uh-huh. Call in and say hi. Tell us if you have any.
I love watching the podcast
Good.
when I know it's on.
So subscribe.
Yep.
Subscribe and you'll know. If you subscribe to the Facebook, you'll know. But it's Wednesdays, 8:30. We start a little late, and then Saturdays is 11 your time. And once again, we might start a little late.
Okay,
but we
perfect.
usually So
Well,
yeah, it is.
sometimes I do. Sometimes I do get the notification on Facebook, but it's not consistent. I don't get it every time you guys are on. I just tried to call Tori a little bit ago, and she's like, "We're on the podcast." I was like, "Oh."
I really hate Facebook. I was telling her in the beginning, I messed up and I put the event for 2:30, and I tried to change it on my phone, tried to change it on my Mac, and nothing worked. And guess what? When I grabbed this other Android phone that I just picked up and sold, it worked. It worked. Isn't that bizarre? So.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, because I just not banned. I didn't get banned. I got a notification. So Facebook. I used to be in Facebook jail at all times. Yesterday, I woke up and I saw the little triangle, and I was like, "Oh shit! I am not in Facebook jail."
No!
Zetterberg found an old picture from April of 2020 and said this did not follow community standards. And I just want to say, Facebook, I don't know what's wrong with you. Is nobody violating community standards later? Why do we have to go back a year and a half to tell me that I violated community standards?
No, we're all about to be blocked.
No, but they just told me, hey, we just want to
go.
No,
I'm just playing.
We just wanted to. No, so I was like, oh, okay, great. So
yeah, no, if it's going back on old shit,
I gotta change my profile name again. Damn. Sorry.
Shannon, while we have you on, have you there in Michigan, have they mandated the masks back to wearing them? I just saw somebody post about it. I didn't know if in your area they've mandated them again, and if they have, or how you feel about it.
So a lot of companies are just individually mandating it. I have not heard anything come down from the governor's office or health departments or anything like that, but I really don't watch the news often anymore because it's just, I don't need all that negativity in my environment. I feel like I need to stage my house every time I have the news on for more than 5 minutes.
Really though.
So I don't really watch the news. I know I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, my work's making me wear the mask again, and they're mandating vaccines at my work and all of those things. And like, for me personally, because I am immune compromised and I've not been vaccinated and I won't be vaccinated because of my immune issues that I have with having lupus, I'm still wearing a mask when I go out in public for the most part. Just because I don't want any funk. I don't even want I don't want a cold. I don't want none of it. So, it's kind of been part of my life during flu season anyways. So it doesn't really bother me. I don't think it should be mandated. I don't think they should be able to tell us what to do. I think it should be left up to us personally. But when you're employed by somebody, those are the things you have to deal with. That's why
liabilities and et cetera, all that stuff.
Right, absolutely. Because, if one employee gets it and they didn't have a mask mandate and then all the office is sick and then nobody can come into work, they're going to lose money. I get it. I understand it.
Right.
I don't think it's right, but I understand it.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
So we thank you for calling in. We appreciate you
You're
subscribing. Definitely get a Savage Kitty leggings if you want.
Yay! Make sure when you subscribe and you get your notification, screenshot it and tag us in it, and we'll enter you to win some free merch.
Sweet.
So appreciate it. Thank you.
And when you are done with your podcast, you're going to have to call me and let me know how I follow that, because I literally scroll Facebook and postings, and that's it. I don't know anything else.
Right.
Okay, I'll walk you through it.
For taking the time to do that, though. Appreciate it for sure.
Absolutely.
Always very much appreciated.
Absolutely. I'm all about supporting my people. So
thank you so much.
I need to get notifications so I can.
Got you. I got you. Love you. Thanks for calling in.
Love you. Bye-bye.
So another social media thing. So Instagram, I used to post the 15-minute videos and say, hey, go to and I can't now. I tried it on my new Android. It won't allow you to post it. All it does is you go through the motions and you hit submit and nothing happens. So I send them.
That's what was happening to me when I was trying to do the same thing that we talked about a few months ago.
Yeah.
I was like, why?
I was like, I don't know what's going on. So I sent him a notification say I can't do the 15-minute videos anymore. So I don't know. Kind of crazy. I know I was going to hold off to talk about this story, but it just happened earlier today. So Washington, Redskins, Washington football team, no more headdress face painted at the stadium. Teams institute ban. So you cannot wear a headdress going into the stadium. That's freaking nuts. But hey, I get it. I mean, what's your thoughts, Alex?
I don't know. I didn't even see this story.
I didn't see it either.
I had to bring it up because I'm like, damn, for real? Wow. They want to make sure that. And if you're changing the name from the logo from the Indian, why would they allow you to come in wearing a bunch of feathers on your? I mean, because like I said, the whole thing is. I think the biggest thing when they say they want to ban this, they want to ban that, change the name, do this, right? Mm-hmm. I think teams have their own history. We're not saying that you can't do that. They're trying to change. They're just trying to.
Oh no, I'm from the. Me, I'm with you 100%. I'm nostalgic city man. So, but I mean, it is what it is now.
If you're a native, but you're just supporting your team. I don't think you're.
If you'd have told me this would like 20 years from now, 25 years from now, you'd have told me something like this, I'd have been like, "You're crazy. There ain't no way, nothing." But.
Well, no, I get it. Like it might offend somebody or whatever when she said.
Yeah, but they have been the Redskins and the Indians for so long. Why is it offending people now? I get it. I know.
I don't understand.
I get it, but I don't. I'm with you, but.
Yeah. Right, it's such a fine line. You get it. I don't. But then again, like you said, they've been this for so long. Why is it now offending? But then you also got to flip it back to look at the other side and say, was this set up as something that was, inconsiderate in the first place? So are we just undoing the fuckery?
Right.
Or are we, it's a fine line.
Yeah,
but
I look
if you're
at
native, honestly, though, I feel that if you are native, I don't think the natives will have a problem with not wearing the headdress if they
Right.
know that this is they feel that it's offensive, because I mean, they're, to them, I don't think it would be a big deal.
I mean, we're talking about a sport, a logo, and then like history. Like you know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
so nice.
But again, there's a lot of things that in history that were based, on things that were wrong and bigotry and abuse and things that shouldn't have never even been.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I mean, and there's
all in
nothing wrong
all,
with change,
I feel like
there's nothing wrong
change
with
is
change.
good.
It's not always
To a
bad,
certain
but
extent. It's just, I think each situation has,
I would love to hear.
its own circumstance.
Exactly.
I think
agree.
I don't think it's black and white. I don't think that all of the change that's happening is necessary, right? There's some of it where you're just like, okay, that's fucking ridiculous.
Right.
That's not even what that even remotely means, and nobody's offended by it. Even the people that are supposed to be offended by it aren't.
You was breaking up the
But-
last time. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You can finish. I was just gonna ask you something about the last time that we was on.
Go ahead.
I think you were on the road when we were talking about the Indians changing the name.
Yeah.
But if you look at it to Guardians, but I was like, if you look at it though, it's still got the IANS at the end, so there's still part, and the lettering is still the same. So they still kept, something a little bit of that, the Indians in there with the name, which I thought was pretty smart. Some of the logos are like a little cartoonish and shit. But like I said, so they kept that. But I told Drake, I can't imagine. Oh my goodness, they already changed the Piston logo, they changed the Lions logo, they changed, the Red Wing logo should never be touched, but they change these logos and then they go back to the originals because they know that's where it's at. Nostalgia is where it's at. So so I don't know
how see how it plays out. I don't know if it's going to be a positive for them, but
Native a true like Cherokee. I'll ask them these questions because I know. I got to be honest with you.
We need one. We need to get somebody on here that can answer these questions because we can't speak on it if we're not to know if we're offended or not. And I don't want to misspeak and say they're not even offended because I don't know.
I know a lot.
They very well could be.
I know a lot of Native Americans are huge football fans, so I don't know.
Huge football fans.
Exactly. So
huge.
Huge.
So,
little something for everybody, man. Like I said, you can't please everyone. So
I sent you guys the logo and I put it on Facebook. I think I'm going to start Monday, so I'm going to have 2 Cents Monday with Drake Swift. It's only going to be about 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm just going to pick a topic and talk about it. It doesn't necessarily going to be about sports. It's not, it's just whatever. If I want to talk about Dolly Parton's tits, if I want to talk about this girl's huge vagina, you know what I mean? Whatever. Yeah. So.
Alrighty.
Just pick a topic and just go.
Okie
So.
Tune in Monday to hear Drake talk about huge vaginas.
Huge vaginas. Yeah.
Huge vaginas.
Huge vaginas. Did I ever tell you about the keys Did I ever tell you about the keys that I found? Oh, I'm sorry. That was a different story.
Ew. Okay.
Yuck.
What time on Mondays, Drake?
I'm thinking about 5:30, same time. Yeah, that's the time I get off. 5:30. I think that's what I'm gonna do it. And like I said, I was just gonna
get off at 5:30.
Yeah, I get off. Well, I get off at 5, and then
you're going right over your head, huh?
When do you get off again after that?
What is that the only time you get off?
So I'm thinking about 5:30. I'll probably do the show
before or after you found the keys.
Damn.
Probably at the same time. Probably at the same time. I want to talk about sometimes, and this could probably never happen to you, but I just want to be sometimes when a girl, you see those memes that it says when a girl sits on your face and you see that little bit of toilet paper hanging. I want to know, has that ever happened to a guy? So
Damn,
call in. We'll give you a free mug if it has. What the?
We can't make that one of our topics.
No, but I'm saying, Alex, has that ever happened to you where you're like, what the fuck? Why is there toilet paper? Like,
no.
I'd be worried that she doesn't use wipes.
Thank God.
She what?
She doesn't use wipes. She uses toilet paper.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone told me you talk about wipes or whatever. And one time she used, the Clorox,
Oh, shut up! A Lysol wipe? Oh,
She was like, "It's burning." I was like, "Well, bitch, you just put bleach. You just put bleach on your pussy."
right.
That's
You ever
right.
go down there and her shit smells like your bathroom's hand soap?
Yeah.
Right.
Whoa, yeah.
You're like
Like a car
bitch
freshener and
just
shit.
washed her pussy in my
Pine tree
bathroom.
car freshener or what?
Yeah. You're like, did you just fucking take a bird bath in my sink?
Have you ever? I know we're done with the show, but have you ever done a bird bath? I gotta. You ask myself. You ask and you're like,
I think
hey,
we all have done a bird bath before.
a guy
No,
too?
you don't. What do you mean? You don't make sure you do? Okay, if
No.
you're at someone's house,
No,
I'm confused.
no. I'm gonna tell the girl, look, I'm jumping in the shower. My balls are a little sweaty. Got to clean the tip. Make sure suck and swallow and everything good, right?
Well,
So
you mean after?
no, I'm before.
Oh.
Like right here, girls. Let me go to the bathroom. Like, bitch, why you gotta go to the bathroom?
Why you guys?
Why you don't want them to go to the bathroom?
What you doing? You don't want them to go to the bathroom? You want them to go to the bathroom on you?
No, because I want to. Like, you think you found on there? What's going on? Why you gotta go to the bathroom?
You're in a hurry, huh? Time's ticking.
She just might want to check. She might want to check. Honestly, though, I'd like to pee before I have sex. For me, it's a thing for me.
Why do girls like to pee before they have sex?
Because I don't want to pee on you. That's weird.
What are you talking about?
It just sometimes I have to. If I haven't peed in a while and that pressure, I just feel like I can go longer. I mean,
that's a great topic that I think I'm gonna talk about, but we'll right now. So when a girl when a girl
you gotta go. What the hell?
When a girl squirts, is that cum, pee?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's not pee.
It's not pee.
Cum.
Cum?
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not pee. No, that's totally different. You're aroused when that happens. That's not urine.
Oh, so what is it when the girl squirts? What is it?
What you mean? Isn't it cum? It's not pee.
I didn't hear you. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of both. That's
you think so?
Yeah.
Does it taste like pee?
I never opened my mouth and said, "Go for it." You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, then how do you know? And yes, Shannon, waiting to pee intensifies orgasms. But for me, I think that if you wait to pee, then I can't go longer. She said it's absolutely urine. Is it urine?
Okay, so next time, don't go pee and see what happens.
Oh no, I can't do that. That sounds terrible. I mean, is there money involved? I'll pee on you for money.
Oh wow.
I'm not doing this for free. That's gross.
Oh.
Just being honest. I'm not doing that. I don't do that like voluntarily. That's not like something I want to do.
Have you ever had a girl piss on you, Alex?
No, I haven't.
Has she ever said, I want to piss on you?
No, I don't hang around with people like that.
How about a hot Carl?
None of that stuff.
I don't hang out with people like that.
I've had a girl say, I want to pee on you. I was like,
you let her?
No, I'm like, no.
Why not?
I'll pee on her, but I ain't pee.
Ew, you're R. Kellyer.
Yeah, I do the R. Kelly.
Is it really pee? Now I gotta look this up.
Is it really pee? I'm gonna save that for the show on Monday. I want to know, is it pee? Is it?
Can we talk about it on Saturday?
Man, me and my one boy,
I don't think I can wait till Monday.
Big ass conversation about that before, 10 years ago.
Let's talk about it.
Do you think it's urine?
You can talk about it on Monday. I'm good. I got this. It's time to go, sir.
All right. I think that's all I'm got.
The sports guy, not the Pornhub guy.
Oh, he's not.
No.
All right, that's all I got.
Save that for your show. That's a nice little teaser right there.
There you go. Make sure you guys are subscribing to our podcast. We appreciate all the love, all the merch that's going out. Appreciate all that. Make sure you hit subscribe, share it with your friends, tell your neighbor, tell your mom, whatever you got to do.
Tell everybody.
Tell everybody.
I
And
found the answer.
people on purpose. That's gross. Okay, there you go.
It says it's watered down urine with a bit of ejaculation in it.
Urine.
Once you start, you can't stop.
There you go. So you can,
It's like a Lay's potato chip, huh?
yeah, you can follow me everywhere at Drake Swift.
I don't even know if that's so.
Pringles.
Oh,
That's it. Pop the top.
all platforms, and you can even follow me on OnlyFans, but I don't think I've posted anything.
You're gonna pop the top on OnlyFans?
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Hey. You can follow me on Facebook, Cory Rochelle, on Instagram at allbeautyallbees, and on Twitter at the Savage Kitty. That's THEE Savage Kitty. I just want to tell everybody thank you for subscribing and hitting your notification and your like button, and everybody that continues to go and purchase our merch and go to our site. Keep sharing, keep purchasing, keep tagging us, and hashtag show me your kitty.
Dope. You can follow me at Alex Sportsmouth on Instagram and Twitter. And
Twitter?
Yeah, thank you anybody
Twitter?
that's buying the merch and, like I said, continuing to support the show. Keep that mask on. Get vaccinated.
You vaccinated.
Real simple.
Mm-hmm.
Stay
Real
safe.
simple.
Stay safe.
I always say wash your hands, wear your mask, and wash your ass. Let me play this video and we'll be outside in there. All right, guys, take it easy. I'll see you on Saturday. Peace out.
Peace.
Guys, have a great night.
You would